I'm sure that it will go much better if we're all together.
Together.
That sounds like a children's song. Now we need to find the head that Marnie dropped. Oh, Marnie, we love you, but you really literally dropped the ball here.
So the problem is my keyword search did not pull up his phone number from my Skype history. So now I have to find the date that I asked for phone numbers in Skype chat. The date. Because that was like February, January?
It's impossible.
Try just calling Skype on his phone.
Some of us don't install Skype on our phones.
That's just crazy enough to work. See, and the other problem is, like, I get so many typos from my phone that I say, God damn it, phone, at least 6 times a day.
So you're thinking that the phone might rebel at this precise moment? Declare its agency as a cyborg of the future?
It's the true origin of Skynet.
Yes.
It's January 21st, the year
Speaking
of our
of
Lord.
Skynet and the upcoming robot uprising, there's this girl at work who is super private about her birthday. She doesn't want anybody to know when her birthday is, which is a choice. And we discovered today that it was sometime in September, and then we theorized as to why she did not want us to know her birthday. The current standing theories are that she might be a goddess, who's immortal, or possibly a robot from the future. It's where we're at right now. My vote is currently on the robot from the future. I'll let you know how that goes. If I never come back, it's because I was right and she killed me.
You might be Sarah Connor.
Maybe. Wait, I don't have any child. I'm not buff enough. I need to work on my pipes. Oh, Linda Hamilton, she was so badass. I'm also not crazy enough.
So the woman that played the original Sarah Connor is actually one of my favorite, like, female action heroes, because they did her completely right in casting. Like, hey, Austin, what's up? Hey, come play video games with us. Okay, goodbye.
You got a voicemail?
No, he answered.
Oh.
I didn't ask him where he was. I just assumed he was on his way.
Scream at it a bunch.
Yeah. So it was right. I thought it was perfectly right because she was an attractive woman, but she also had a physique to her. So, like, you suspected that if she got into a fight with male
robot from the future.
Well, yeah, like the other male members of the cast that are physically larger, that she's gonna throw a punch and they're gonna fucking feel it. Not like, I hate to say it, but Gal Gadot, who I am never gonna take seriously as an action hero. Like, she is so tiny, gorgeous.
I am having a hard time with Gal Gadot. Not so much because she's tiny. It's her stances that are very badass looking, but they also look a little fragile. Like, it's always more a pose and less of an actual fighting stance.
Yeah, I did not like Wonder Woman at all. I thought it was just a bad film all around. And I'm really surprised that the reception on it was, like, really positive.
I enjoyed it, but I couldn't feel the power behind. I felt like she was more of a runway model than an actual honest to goodness puncher. But I did enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I really wish they had gone differently, because there are tons of fitness models, and they're attractive women.
Amazons at the starting.
Yeah, there were plenty of Amazons
they were so cool.
in the film that would have made better Wonder Women. But they could have gotten plenty of, like, fitness models or athletes that have a natural athleticism to them that fit the role as, you know, Wonder Woman, and it would have been great. But I never could get into it.
That's what I've always wondered about, is Wonder Woman is like a god, right? Or like
a demigod.
Yeah, dad is
Ares.
Yeah.
Hades.
Ares.
She clearly has a lot more power and strength than
Her
what you would
shape
need
line.
muscles for,
Mhm.
because obviously no one's gonna have enough muscles to be able to, blow up
So
buildings by
even
throwing
before she's
themselves
a
at them.
god, she's still like punch a building.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I feel like she doesn't need to have big muscles, because what's the point of having big muscles? M's right about the stances, but like her strength doesn't come from human physiology or whatever, and having.
But she is a warrior trained. This is still an individual who has a Spartan-esque style of, training, and you would expect that to reflect on her form.
Mhm.
At least I would.
Yeah.
But I do see what you're saying. Like she is magically, superiorly, divinely enhanced. She doesn't have to have big muscles to do the things that she does. I get that.
Yeah. So, well, to me, it's still important that, like Em said, that she at least carries herself the right way.
That's the
And-
only thing that really bummed me, is like that her stance, while they were very pretty, they didn't feel powerful. They felt like just she's going through the motion, and her super magic power of strength will do the thing, whereas you can put some back into it.
Well, one thing that always bugged me is when physics didn't line up with like mass and I don't know, stuff like that. I mean, like take the scene where she like launches herself off the like they hold up like a piece of tank or something, and she jumps off that and then crashes into the bell tower and it explodes. Like
It doesn't
the idea
explode
is that
because
she has to have
building-
enough force jumping off, so when she hits it, she's going at such a high speed, with such a high velocity, that it turns into force that blows up. Which means that those guys holding the tank would receive the same force.
Yeah,
As
they
what
either
just
had to
exploded.
provide the force themselves, which
Yeah.
they couldn't, or they had to receive the force, which would have sent them meteoring into the ground.
Exactly.
So what I like to imagine is she punched at the end of her jump, which would have sent her flying backwards, which is hilarious to me.
Something would have happened differently. That's all that's important.
So there's a series of books edited by George R.R. Martin called Wild Cards.
I've always wanted to read those.
Oh, they're so good. For those of you who don't know, the premise is an alien virus hits Earth, New York City in 1949. And of the people who contract the virus, 9 out of 10 of them die. Horribly.
Don't get sick. Don't get sick.
Of the survivors, 9 out of 10 of them become horribly disfigured, but not like Fallout kind of super mutant-y. I mean, like, this person might turn into a giant talking cockroach, and that person might have an elephant snout for a nose, whatever.
Genetics rolls the dice.
Yeah, and of the ones who are left over, the 1% become essentially superheroes. They get a superpower.
Nice.
Now, some of those people, their superpowers are, I can make a pink spot show up on a wall, which doesn't really do much, But others get, superpowers. And they essentially rewrite history from 1949 forward.
Nice.
The first book is probably the best. It's a bunch of short stories that take place over the time period, and sort of catch you up to when the books came out, which was the mid '80s. And they've been coming out ever since. So there are ones now that deal with like the superhero reality TV shows and stuff like that. But they've always been very grounded. They've tried to make them somewhat more like reality, try and come up with explanations for things. And in the back of the first book is an essay written in, like an in-world essay written by a scientist from this world, who's trying to explain superpowers and explains that most superpowers really are just a form of telekinesis. Super strength doesn't come from the muscles, it comes from telekinesis. And that's why, this particular superhero can like lift a car from the front and the car doesn't bend in the middle like it should, according to physics, right? Because they're using telekinesis powers instead of strength powers. They just think they're using strength to lift the car.
Yeah, I've read a similar book series about that, and I thought it was a good way to keep the thematics visually, while letting some people who had more difficulty getting past it, like the logistics of it, the immersion moment.
Yep.
Like, I know for me, I thought Ant-Man was fine.
I have played the Kingdom Hearts. Physics mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
But I know John hears, oh, when you're small, you have the force of a 200-pound man in the size of a little body. He's like, no, that doesn't make sense.
That's not how it works.
But the series is really good. I do recommend reading it. They get really inventive with their superpowers. I think my three favorite are all from early in the series. One is called. They sometimes take superhero names, and sometimes they're given them by the press, like serial killers, and they just go by their regular names. There's one who is called Captain Trips, and he essentially he has
Drugs
a
out
biochemist.
people.
No, he drugs out himself.
Oh.
Whenever he trips, he turns into a different superhero. And he's made these special drugs that he can take to turn into the same set of like 5 different superheroes every time. But he doesn't know if he's turning into those superheroes or if he's like pulling them from another dimension or if they used to exist.
He's done too much drugs. I think he's thinking overly into this.
There's one superhero called the Great and Powerful Turtle.
Oh, I remember you talking about that guy.
Oh, he's so cool. He essentially is like the most powerful telekinetic on the planet, but he's an agoraphobe. So he sits inside like an armored Volkswagen and uses his telekinesis to fly it around and do stuff. But my absolute favorite is a guy called the Sleeper, Croyd Crenson, the Sleeper. And basically, when he sleeps, he transforms into a different body. Sometimes he turns into a normal-looking person who is a superhero. Sometimes he turns into one of these hideous deformed creatures and has no powers. Sometimes there's a big drawback to his powers. But he's always afraid he's going to fall asleep and get the version of the alien virus that kills him. So every time he wakes up, he starts off with coffee and upgrades to like speed over the course of while he's awake to keep from going back to sleep.
That's
But
interesting.
he was one of the original ones.
Larry!
Hey, Larry.
Larry! We can't hear you, but we're very pleased that you're here.
Yes, because that means we don't have to kill more time.
Yeah.
Just players.
Whoa, I
Did I
did
say
not
that
get
out loud?
behind that statement.
Crap.
Yes, you did.
Characters threatening the players is not okay.
I meant player characters.
What's in this tea?
Don't look behind you.
Oh shit!
I'm looking behind
There's a
me.
mirror in front of me. How did you do that?
The door is locked. I don't understand.
I am ready for death.
I embrace death.
Well, once we get Larry's mic working.
I think it's working now.
Yes, it's working now.
Yay!
Yeah.
And
Don't
so
take
it
the wheel.
begins. The great slaughtering of our lives.
So,
Gonna be fine.
I'm going to hand out some XP, but who would like to do the recap for last week?
obviously, Marty gets the most XP because those doors were absolute freaking just
He
$1,000,000.
destroyed the doors.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a door when you went through it. It was a wall, which is actually more impressive.
Yeah.
You made it a door.
My notes are terrible. I have
Almost.
like 6 words total and a doodle of Marnie.
I missed the beginning. I don't know
She's
what
in the-
happened in the beginning. I just beat the shit out of walls and a couple of skeletons.
I'm imagining like trying to go home like with Marnie, and she's just like, "There's something wrong with your door. What's wrong with it? It's a wall." Just Kool-Aid Man's into it.
Marnie's the new Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I should have done.
It needs to be your catchphrase every time you break down the wall. Oh yeah.
I like it.
So I would love to, because I very rarely get to be in the beginning, but I don't know what happened in the beginning.
Okay, well, I will do the recap this time and take the inspiration.
Okay, well, here we go. So last time, just somebody tell me where we started. We started in the wine room.
Everybody was dying.
Everybody was separated.
So there was a bit of a kerfuffle in the wine room as the wine continued to pour out, but Sonny and I quickly put a stop to that and heard the screams of a dying Cruella. There was also Monty and Dawnflower, a little less aggravated, but they managed to find their way around about the time that we got into a fight with a terrible, chaotic frog monster. No relation. The creature had downed Cruella around this pentagram of salt, and we managed to fend it off, but the fight was surely going to be a long and nasty battle until about 12 velociraptors came in and just tore the thing to shreds. Still a little bitter about that, actually. But hey, we rested up. We tried to open the first sarcophagi. Did not work. Turns out it was just more sorrow to drink. Opened up the second one. Got a spirit into Cruella. She seems very excited about it. The Grungan spirit. Went to the next room. Activated a trap by touching a chariot, because we did not correctly bow before the no-mans. Fought a bunch of skeletons. Some spike growth came in. Monty just cleaved through things with a hammer, which I didn't know hammers cleaved. We got through it pretty well. Shield on the wall kept throwing spears. Got through that. Got another spirit with some clutch inspiration. Managed to get rid of the bad spirit inside Dawnflower. And now she's really just in charge again, which I think that's pretty standard, actually. Went out into the hallway, saw a skeleton key. And Monty had to charge through 2 walls and over a portal, a scrying pool, a portal,
Both.
a scrying portal, and sent that little fucker's head crushing down the stairs, and that's where we left off.
Bravo.
Excellent.
Bravo.
Nicely done. Take some inspiration.
Well,
So
why
Brian,
don't,
did I have time to tune to this thing?
To what thing?
The Amulet of Health?
No, you have not.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went right down the
One day
staircase.
before retirement.
Yeah.
I went ahead and added it just because I didn't know how long you were going to have. There was talk of taking a rest, but then, Butterfingers drops a skull down a staircase. Who knows what'll happen?
Only good things, I'm
You.
sure.
Yep.
Still you.
And then I didn't take it back off your sheet because I'm lazy. Speaking of who knows what'll happen, Larry, since Marnie dropped the skull, why don't you roll me a d6?
So
Yeah.
Okay. So you are standing in a hallway. Several of you around this scrying pool. Dawnflower with Bonkers is towards the front. Dawnflower, you see the skull roll past you and down this staircase. You hear it tink, 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 and eventually come to a stop. Marnie is just behind you. Crow, Tad, then Crow, then Sunny. Ahead of you is this spiral staircase. You can see beyond it a hallway to the west and one to the north.
We should probably go and try to get that back. Hopefully nothing is woken. Do I hear any other noise besides the now silence after it fell?
Make a perception check for me.
Cool, I'm good at those.
You don't hear anything per
Alright.
se. You do hear it come to a stop. You're not sure exactly how far down.
But it sounds fine for the moment. Shall we go and get it back?
Well, I suppose it's up to you, mister.
I suppose it is.
I think it's wise.
Yes.
Just advising here, not telling you how to do your thing.
Of course not. I'll look between Marnie and Crow as I'm trying to decide who should go first. I don't know if we can expect many traps. Which one of you wants to go first? Speak now.
Well, that is my cue. I go first. I just walk down the stairs.
All right, you walk down the stairs. Now, these stairs, they spiral down, and within the walls are ossuaries. They're recesses in which are placed the bones and skulls of various humanoid creatures.
Right. Any one of these skulls could breathe fire, is what you're telling me.
I didn't say that out loud.
You can read thoughts.
Do you want?
No, go ahead. What was that?
Sorry, I
looking
muted
for-
myself. Do you want me to go first? I mean, I dropped the darn thing. I feel bad. I gotta take care of this.
You can go after him. Keep an eye on him.
Very strong.
You are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to be looking there for the fire-breathing skulls and little grabby hands to come out of the wall. But if one grabs me, you grab me too, and then it's all
I can
right.
grab you.
All right, make a
Wait.
perception check for me.
I don't know if I should grab you.
I'm looking for the gift store grabby skeleton.
Okay. The two of you start down the spiral staircase. You go down about 25 feet and get to a doorway. But so far you haven't seen the skull. The staircase continues to descend. Do you keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. A little further down, probably about 15 feet further, so not quite. You can see another landing like around the bend, but you find the skull sitting on the staircase.
Can I walk on the top of the ceiling instead of the staircase for the last stretch of this?
Yes. Yeah.
I have no purpose for this other than I want to.
Okay.
Because you can is a perfectly good reason.
You won't be able to reach the skull.
Do I have a grappling hook? I do not have.
Marnie's with you though, and she can bend down and pick it up.
Okay.
I'll grab it.
If they
you
don't
do-
scream, can we follow them at like 15 or 20 feet behind?
Yeah, absolutely. So when they find the skull, you are all about at that doorway.
Cool.
There's no landing by the doorway. It's just in one wall is a door.
Well, that went surprisingly well. Maybe we should go back.
I definitely think we should finish clearing that floor before we explore any further ones.
I
Don't
think
want
it's
to
a very
aggro the
good
whole
idea.
dungeon from top to bottom.
I think it's a very good idea. We should go back upstairs and finish the floor.
Well, you're right. It is a good idea. That's why you thought of it.
I did. I take all the credit and go back up the stairs.
Okay. So you walk back up the stairs to the floor with the scrying pool. I've put you on the map.
It's like how everyone's shoving the decisions on a tombstone.
I mean, I know I'm bossy now, but that doesn't mean that you can't give suggestions or anything like that.
Of course.
No.
You're absolutely right. What happened with the scrying pool? I remember it vaguely when Marnie was separated from us, but I don't remember what it did.
A dude came out of it?
Well, she looked into the scrying pool
And it looked
saw
back.
visions of a Chilton warrior and a golden elephant, mastodon. And then one of those giant armored things came out of the scrying pool, and they went mano a mano.
Yeah, that was a poor choice for them.
Mm-hmm.
Foolish
Okay.
decision.
Can I look it over and see if there's anything about it that seems like it might actually let us scry on something, or otherwise
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
has some sort of use for it?
Well, when you finish with that, I want to grab the shield and place it face down over the well. So if anything tries to come in, they just get one to the face.
Okay. Sonny, you notice as you're looking at the pool, it seems to be a wizard's scrying pool, but it looks like there's some kind of failsafe. And as you're looking, you notice an odd indentation on one lip of the pool. The indentation is probably about the size of your hand, but it is not hand-shaped.
Shaped like the top of those skulls we've been finding?
No.
No?
Shaped like a foot.
It's difficult to tell. It looks just like some kind of outline decoration. You're not sure. But you think there's probably something that slots there that would allow you to use the scrying pool safely.
Then obviously nothing we found so far fits this.
Correct. Tad, you go back and retrieve the shield, and while you're walking through the chariot room with it, the shield still, you can feel like the little dude moving around on it. But when you get out of the room, it deanimates.
Put it back in.
Okay.
It watches you leave. Then
Does
stabs
it
you in the
still
back.
look badass?
Wait, is it a usable shield or is it too
No,
big like a
it
decoration?
It is like, it is almost 10 feet across.
Oh, okay. I
Made
didn't think it was that
entirely
big.
of brass. It is,
Yeah.
bronze. It is incredibly heavy.
Okay.
Small wall.
Yeah,
I was like, man, even if it doesn't shoot spears anymore, it'd still be a pretty cool shield. But no, that's
it would be for someone who wasn't tiny like you.
yeah.
For like
Yeah.
a large creature.
Yeah, where's that frost giant at? We should have called her up.
I wonder what her deal was.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Check out this section, maybe.
Real quick, does anybody need a short rest? Like we handled everything pretty well, but
I think Sunny wouldn't be opposed, but I could
I
get
see
a
some
little
yellow.
HP back. But
yeah, I see some yellow, but we also don't look miserable.
I'm not terrible off right now.
I've got the
Yeah.
ring, so I regen HP naturally.
Oh, that's
Marnie, if you're hurt at all, we might as well rest.
Alright, fine. We all take a break. We take no chances. We all take a break.
Okay.
Okay.
Where?
Where?
We could do it in the tomb,
Which one?
the one that we just in. We could park the shield in front of one of the entrances.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And
I like
setting up the hut shouldn't be an issue either.
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds like a good plan. We rest there.
You move back into the chariot room. Tad, you arrange the shield so it's pointed directly at the doorway the large doorway in case anyone comes in. And after a few minutes, Sunny has the hut up for all of you. Somebody, let's see, who is going to be sort of on watch while you're resting?
Did I spend anything?
So I
Nothing
don't
that I
really
get back on
need
short
to
rest.
rest over like the time of the rest. I'll get back 66 HP anyways, so I can just stay watch.
Yeah, I'll help him.
All right, so make a perception check for me.
Wow.
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 So, Crow, you listen out from the hut, and you do hear something moving, but it moves past the room.
Which room are we in right now?
Oh, I'll just move you guys.
Okay. It's like I heard you say it, but it didn't process.
The chariot room.
Oh, okay.
Where was that roll when I started this whole process?
By the way, that picture I linked from Mordekainen's Tome of Foes is an art depiction of this room. Like
yeah, I thought
it?
so. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was
God,
so
it's such
cool.
good
Yeah.
art.
The
Now that you
guy
pointed it out, it makes perfect sense.
overreached though. One guy alone in this whole room. He was a fool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of skeletons.
hmm
Whoa.
So something moving. Is it coming from this like the secret door or the regular door with the face holes?
So this direction
All right.
is the best you can get.
Can I go put my face through one of the holes?
Yeah. And when you do, you see one of those strange albino dwarfs, and it seems to be heading down the staircase. It doesn't pay any attention to you.
All right.
Well, we avoided the dwarves once again.
They don't seem very aggressive.
That is very true.
Nah, we scared him off. How much XP do we get for that guy?
0.
Are you sure?
Pretty
Seems like we accomplished a lot by resting in this room. All right.
All right, let's
Rest.
get back
Now
to it.
Sunny is a regular tank and will be frontlining everything.
I tune to this item and suddenly I'm like just fit and
You've been
strong.
eating more, Sunny.
The
I'm a little
bags
bit
under your
fit.
eyes are gone.
hmm Yeah.
You got a haircut and now you have like clavicles? Man, those are good clavicles.
Now's the time I should have switched tokens.
Yeah.
Hey, Sonny, I've been meaning to ask you, how do you get this muscle? I'm like pointing at like the spot on my back. Like you really seem like you're working it.
Oh, Brian, over the course of this short rest, was I able to remove one of the golden chariot wheels?
Oh, it's going to be great if there's anybody coming up those stairs.
Make a. Oh, so the chariot is not gold.
Oh, Dang Dang would not like chariot wheels then.
He needs his rims plated or nothing.
That's what I was thinking. Never
Some
mind,
spinners.
Brian. Unless we need the wheel for this. Do we need a wheel for some reason?
Only
Do
if
we need
something's
the
down
whole
those
chariot?
stairs.
Can we just take the chariot?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. It is an ancient wooden chariot, and you think that it would fall apart if you moved it. Sadly.
That's fair.
Okay. So you all successfully rest.
Great success.
Nothing seems to come in. Crow regens.
All right. Well, let's finish this floor, shall we?
Wow, I'm
Sounds
only
good.
4 HP off max. Nice.
Okay, so as you exit this room and head back towards the scrying pool,
Wasn't there a hallway up north too that we haven't gone to?
There is.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember what was down
this
the.
place is so big.
Yeah, there's a hallway this way,
I don't remember what was down it. I remember I was curious though.
and then there's the stuff this way.
I want to keep looking like past the. I want to look in here.
I mean, I'm amicable. I would suggest the north hallway because it doesn't lead anywhere else. So once we're done there, we're done there.
Fetch.
It did look like another tomb, right?
Did it? I thought it was a dead end.
I thought there was
I don't
something.
remember now.
to it. But like this other direction does not look like another tomb. It looks like I don't know. It could be another tomb. It just doesn't have the same like. There's 3 of us on this floor. Haha, hallways.
Well, this
kinda
entire
feel.
second story hasn't been like the first.
All I know
That's
is that
true.
whatever was back here was behind 2 walls, and interesting things are hidden.
I say we look to Almighty Lord Neverseer.
Do you want to
Oh,
fly away?
Well, one thing to notice is that the warnings we have for this level, if they are indeed based on level, which it seems they are, have all been used. The ring, the dead abhor sunlight, only jewel contained the frog, bows the dead god intoned. Well, then there's into darkness descend, but I think that's just
What was the description of the hallway that we skipped over up there?
You,
That's the thing, I
you
don't
never
find it.
went down there.
Well, I mean, but like just casting my eyes, what was down there?
You didn't. I mean, you saw essentially just a room. It opens into a room. That's about it.
And the stairwell, is it particularly dark?
Which the stairwell you're at now?
The one we went down to get the skull.
No, it seems to be lit with torches.
I got nothing.
Well, we're gonna do both anyways. So let's start with the closest one.
Well, glancing
All right.
to your left, you do notice that the remains of the skeleton and also of that large armored creature are no longer there.
Well, that's great.
Man, the cleaning service here is phenomenal.
It's
Do
really
you think
is.
that's what
Dwarves
the
are all
dwarves do?
janitor. Yeah, they're all janitors.
Well, let's not take any chances. Crow and Marnie, you go first. You can decide which one goes actually first, but you go together and you go first.
Actually, I've been thinking of a plan for this. We get Monty like a shawl and I ride his shoulder.
Sure, you do that.
You want to do that? You go ahead. I mean, I just don't want to get poisoned. I've hopped before.
That's why I got this shawl, and I can just poke my stick from your shoulder.
We arrange it so that it works.
Okay.
All right.
We make it so.
Essentially, I'm just letting Marty go first.
Okay. You can move yourselves down the hallway.
All right.
You make Marnie your mount.
And you see as you come around the staircase, there is a passageway that leads to a door just to the north and one that leads to a door just to the west.
oh.
Go.
Decisions are only enemy.
Are you sure about that? I see what I did there. I'm giving him indecision. Anyways,
Maybe this way.
So don't blow it. You want the left there?
We'll follow Marnie. She'll make the right choice.
All right.
Do you want me to open this the fun way or the normal way?
Do you hear anything coming from it?
I shall look and see if I can figure that out.
Make a perception check.
I like the idea of never checking for traps again, having just Marnie barrel through everything.
Oh yeah.
So you hear the sound of like scratching. It's hard to place what it could be, but it sounds almost like either someone writing with a quill pen or maybe several people writing with quill pens. It's weird. You don't expect to hear that here.
I think I hear someone writing in there. I think we should we should jump in and surprise them.
You also hear what sounds almost like a bird, but it sounds raspy. It's whistling, but there's too much air with the bird whistle.
A bird that smoked too much.
I was just gonna say that. There's a
Sorry.
smoker bird in there.
Well,
We should go in there and put it out of its misery.
do you think you can open this door in one try?
In one try.
Yes.
I can one try it.
It has to be done in one try.
Okay. Upon observation, do I see an easy way to open the door?
You see a handle.
Oh man. Okay.
Witchcraft!
Oh man. All right. Okay. Marnie blows on her hands.
If you use that handle, you're taking the easy way out.
Shut up, Dad. Marnie. Okay.
Boy.
Come on, get ready.
Boy.
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 All right. You
Okay,
ready to poke somebody?
Yeah, can I ready to move into the room?
Okay.
Everyone move into position where you would be.
So if we're trying to take them by surprise, I should probably be up in the front with Marnie and Cruella. Or I guess just Marnie.
I think I'll just switch here. Sunny, do you want to go in between? Yeah, this way if there's something that tries to surprise us, I have a few surprise for it too.
Is it just a whole lot of raptors?
Surprise raptors.
Surprise dogs,
Yeah, it's a
actually.
dog.
It's like when you come home and there's like puppies everywhere. Surprise raptors!
Raptors.
All right. So, Marnie, how are you opening the door?
With great speed.
All right. Make a dexterity check for me, just to open the door quickly, quietly.
Yes. Kind of like the equivalent of pulling the tablecloth out from a table without knocking things off.
Exactly.
All right.
It's harder than it looks.
It's much harder than it looks.
It doesn't look easy.
But you do it.
I know.
Luckily, the door is not locked. It seems to be well oiled and maintained. And you flip the latch, throw the door open. Inside, you see what looks like just an office. It's cluttered. There are candles sort of around. In one corner is a cage with what looks like a skeletal songbird that is singing. You see like a wooden writing desk, anatomical drawings, sketched in charcoal hanging from the walls behind the desk. And seated in the chair is the shriveled corpse of a humanoid who's wearing these moldy robes, and he has this bronze mask sculpted to look like a frowning visage. And in the room as well, you see a number of little severed hands that are crawling around the desk and the floor around him. And as you open the door, he turns and looks at you, and he says, "Oh, hello."
Hello, my name's Marnie.
"I'm aware. Please come in.
Awara.
Close the door behind you."
All right, do you guys want to come in? We got someone with manners here, so I hate to be disrespectful.
I immediately go in and be disrespectful by getting on the desk. No,
I don't want to close the door though.
he
I will
doesn't
come in
look-
last, but I will not close the door. I will stand in the doorway actually.
So obviously there is signs of something going on with this facial region, but does he look like he's a prisoner?
He was writing at the desk.
My instinct is to just murder this guy
If you have a
straight up.
corner office in a dungeon, I don't think you're a prisoner.
Does he look like he's being operated by 1,000 tiny spiders inside his form?
He does not.
Okay. Well, then I'm out of ideas.
How about 900 tiny spiders?
Oh shoot! I didn't
Slightly
ask-
larger spiders.
You know what, Brian? Let's just get a knowledge check going on. Is that thing undead? I haven't.
You do not have to roll. You have a sense of smell.
You have a
He is
nose?
Absolutely undead. But he turns and he gestures to Dawnflower and Sunny, who are still outside.
I will stay by the doorway, if you don't mind. I'll light up my pipe, just so that it might give him a reason to not want me fully inside.
He says,
Leave the door open, for aeration, of course. I hope you don't mind.
Please come in. There's a draft.
I don't
now
like
you're
the
being
idea of
rude.
I don't like the idea of closing this door. I think bad things are gonna happen.
Dawnflower, you know my history with doors has led me, 3-0. It's okay.
I know, Marnie, but my history with doors has left me trapped in too many rooms for me to count. So I will leave the door open, but I will step in. And that is the last of it.
Okay. When you step in, the door closes behind you.
I said not to close the door!
Fuck you, door.
And you see one of the little claws skitter around and back over to him.
I smack it with the back of my staff.
And, okay, roll an attack.
It's probably not gonna be good, because I have 0 strength. Yeah, that's what I thought. I tried to smack it with the
You
back
try
of
to
my
smack
staff.
it, but it moves very quickly, almost as if it anticipated your smack.
I knew it was coming.
He looks at all of you and he says, "Welcome. My name is Withers."
With it.
With us?
Oh,
Oh. That's
He
a
looks
charming name.
more intimidating in this picture
he's the
than
master
just
of
his
puppets.
headshot.
He's the wall master of wall masters.
Yep.
Tiny wall masters.
And he continues, he says, "I built this tomb. So, I should like to ask you a few questions.
How would you rate your dying?
Is this a service?
Please answer with numbers from 1 to 4, with 1 being excellent, 2 being good, 3 being satisfactory, and 4 being poor."
Should we
Wall?
should we hit this
One
little
moment.
check mark box that proves we're not an automaton?
You notice, nice. You notice that 2 of the claws are on the desk are taking notes.
Oh, he's writing down my smart wit.
You
Perhaps
built this tomb for Sarax. You're the architect?
I believe I was asking questions.
It's gonna be one of those then.
we could
Well-
arrange a 1-for-1 trade if you're really interested in furthering your studies here.
Our opinion does not come for free.
I might even tell you how that
Mhm.
fan trap can be improved so that I don't squeeze through it next time.
And critique is so important in these things.
You never learn, and you can't see yourself for your own flaws.
Make a persuasion check.
That's really
Sonny?
No. Sonny
Cruella?
wasn't doing most of the talking.
I did help though.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing most of the talking. I was just louder. That's just a biological thing.
Oh, that's good.
He looks at you and he says, "While improving the tomb is my priority, I do not find any use in tete-a-tete. Therefore, should we proceed directly to the part where I destroy you?"
well.
That escalated quickly.
Now,
Yeah, clearly you don't understand what priorities mean.
Now hold the phone. Hold the phone. You designed this tomb. Wouldn't you rather see us keep going through it? We have remained unscathed so far.
If
Well,
you
besides
don't
our
answer
cleric,
my
he's appeared.
questions,
Well, okay. Well,
I have no more use for you.
We're not saying we will not answer your question. We're saying that we want to trade for it. Our answers for answers of our own.
There will be no trade.
well, that's a little rude.
The
It's very
trade
unreasonable.
is you get to continue through the tomb.
Very unreasonable.
I don't make the rules.
That sounds very unlikely, seeing how you designed this whole place.
Well, he designed it for Serac. I think Serac makes them.
I
To
think he's
very
more like a
specific
foreman.
specifications.
But you do not prefer to be your own boss. Make the tomb how you would like it.
I find much pleasure in my employment as it is.
Good health benefits?
I'm not sure they
You look
actually
at
have
his
those.
rotting corpse of a body.
I want to say you need dental. You're going to want to hold out for dental.
Brian, while this is going on, can I try and figure out what kind of undead he is?
And can I make a perception check to see if there are any hidden threats in the room?
Yeah, can I be distracting to give them any advantage on that?
So,
Oh, and can I have a pony?
so Crow, yes, Arcana. Tad, yes, Perception. Marnie, no.
Advantage did not help me.
Tad, the only thing you see are the various little claws that are crawling around. And
Does it have a button under his desk that like pulls the floor out from underneath us and drops us into a vat of sharks?
you don't notice anything, and you're having to do this somewhat surreptitiously because as Sunny tries to look over the notes from where she is, he says, "No, questions or you can go." And by go, I mean die.
You seem very confident in that. Bunkers, have you ever seen this creature?
Bonkers starts to shiver a little bit.
You killed Bonkers! I reach up, I put a finger like in the mask's nose hole, and I pull it and let it snap back onto his face.
Make a sleight of hand.
I want to pet Bunkers reassuringly because
This
you
is the
look so
fifth
scared.
time that I have needed sleight of hand after opting out of it. It's not bad.
That's really good. Yeah, you reach up, you snap his mask, and he says, "Very well," as he readjusts the mask, and he says, "I understand you do not wish to complete my survey."
You're a very intelligent creature.
And he starts to
Well,
cast
actually-
a spell.
This meeting he's
And
being seen
I
as fake.
countered.
If,
I don't
if
like when
think we're
things
gone,
cast
yeah.
spells at us.
Uh,
I want to hit him.
so he begins, but we will roll some initiative.
L'initiative.
Uh-oh. I'm rolling well again. Never roll well on initiatives.
Yeah,
That's
I
when
don't
you
like the
die.
fact that we're going against something that built this tomb.
Yeah, but
That's-
you know, he could be very good at drawing plans, but it doesn't mean that he's good at fighting.
Well, that's
He's-
why I assumed there was a
he's got-
trap in the room.
He's got 18 levels in architect.
That's it, you know? You can put all your levels into
One
Peasants.
level in farmer from when he was still alive.
when I died, I became something else. Something
So, Crow,
smarter.
you see him stand and start to incant. You also notice all of the little claws drop what they're doing and sort of start going into motion.
One puts on a set of brass knuckles.
Jesus, that one's got a Super Bowl ring. I skitter up the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast silence. Like, I'm gonna put it back.
Hey, Brian, is there a way to make it so my initiative is rolls for advantage?
I don't know.
Because I have feral instinct. I can just roll again.
Roll again.
Okay, I'm good.
Yes, you are. So, Cruella, as you start to cast, he will counterspell you.
Oh!
That's fair.
That's good.
That's fair.
Drain his spell slots.
Yeah.
And then I would like to be, on the ceiling and such. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Marnie?
Oh man, you Gone and done it now. And I start to rage, and I'm going to attack recklessly. And I'm so happy I'm remembering. And Crystal Mace to the face.
That will hit to the face.
Wow, you do a lot of damage.
Marnie.
But he does not get pushed. So
This time, yeah.
That will hit.
Even if he makes both saves, it's still 23 damage, right? God, it's good stuff.
Whackety boom boom.
Being raging, but still. Damn, he is constitutionally strong.
Maybe you wrote it.
He wrote the book on Constitution. He built the tomb and he wrote the book in Constitution.
But you seem to
We're
have
fighting Thomas
hurt
Jefferson.
him really bad. As you wail into him twice, you've got your offhand as well.
I don't think I get to because of the
Oh,
rage.
that's right, you raged. Good call. Tad?
I would like to knock this man's onto the desk, like so his the flat of his back is against it.
Okay.
I know where this is going.
Athletics. He is not athletic-y. So you do knock him prone onto the desk. He sprawls across it after being wailed on by Marnie.
I mean, it's just like a scene from like Goodfellas or something. I just start wailing on him.
Kick him.
17. I'm hoping will hit.
It will. He is not heavily armored. Eight.
You know what? I'm gonna expend one charge. I guess it's just a D6 of damage.
I wonder if we can manage to kill him before his turn.
I'll spend 3 charges. Sorry, I thought I only had 3 charges. I guess I have more.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 10 charges, so you can use it 3 times each day.
Like, it's dangerous if I use the last charge, though, right? Am I remembering that?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you can use it 3 times, use 9, and you have 1 left over.
Okay.
Okay, so you wail on him a couple of times. And he looks pretty beat up already.
That's my turn. He is marked.
Dawnflower.
All right. Well, I was thinking of, giving the claws something to claw at, but now I'm reconsidering it because I would really like it if Withers did not do anything at all during this fight. So I'm going to... You long rested, so I have both charges. I'm going to bring around my staves, slam it down to the ground, and call forth the Rod of Dandar to give him the nightmares. It's all wrong. The tomb is not working. Everything has gone to shit.
He's got TPS reports that are overdue for like a century.
I needed a crack team of architects, and all he gave me were hands.
And the hands don't know how to write. They're illiterate. This is the worst.
They don't have the dexterity and the wrist.
Hang on a second.
This was not as good damage as I was hoping, though. I will admit. It's a lot of 2s in there.
It is pretty good. He is
He's
very
still alive, though.
He is still undead.
Yeah, that thing that he is. I have nothing else, though. That's my turn.
Damn, I shouldn't have raged.
On his turn, he is stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, you will do nothing at all.
Yep.
This is great.
Oh my gosh.
You beat up an old man in his office.
Hooligan stepped into the office of
The Yakuza doesn't settle.
Sunny's going to use her quill as a conducting rod. Conducting rod? Is that what it's called? Anyway. And then
wand?
make a really
Baton.
big high-pitched sound.
Mhm.
Baton? Sure.
You're
Casting
cheerleader.
Shatter. Mm,
Ruin is research.
sorry, not there. Sorry, Tad. I think that's Tad. Right? Yeah.
So where are you hitting with the shatter?
I mean, it's worth it to hit
Oh,
me.
it's
I'm
not that
okay
much
with it.
damage. Sorry, that's weird. I think it's been weird. Yeah. Just trying to knock out all the. Well, actually, hold on. There, because then I can hit all the crawling claws that I can see at least. Boop. Shani has bad history with these things. She's not going to let them live long.
Yeah, that was
That's
the first
right.
one.
right.
You
Session
have
one.
PTSD.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not again. Not again.
Never again.
Sonny, you should give us a hand. Is that too soon? That's too soon. I'm sorry.
No, it was fine.
So Sunny reaches forward with her quill like an orchestra conductor, snaps it. A burst of sound hits. I also need Tad to make a save.
That's right. Con save.
Oh, I didn't realize I forgot that your tiger was underneath them.
Oh, also the
My
tiger.
bad.
The tiger
Same team.
Yeah, the tiger made it, as did Tad. They both take 5.
If it's saving throws, you don't need to worry about her, Sarah. She has advantage and like +6.
But everything else in the room dies. The desk is
Wow.
obliterated, as is the poor undead songbird
Oh.
in a poof of rotted molty feathers.
You know, that was probably the best for it.
The bookcases, the claws, everything.
12% chance that's a phoenix.
Well, you really should have agreed to the trade.
No, I was curious.
Oh,
I wonder what
Yeah,
questions
that-
he would have asked us.
was surprisingly. I run out of the room and back in just to see if he's respawned.
Well, actually, you could probably check the paperwork there. Actually, I think it's everywhere, but you might have some of them written down.
Man, if we could find a map or something, he was the architect. That'd be.
Yeah. No,
I just
let's
wanted to say
let's
that
scour.
about
Let's check behind the
his
bookcases,
mask.
under the desk.
Does Bunker seem to be reassured now that Withers is gone?
He's deaf, so he can't hear you ask the question because of the shatter in the
Aw.
enclosed room.
Mop, mop, mop.
And his little eyes are sort of spinning around, but he seems a little.
Hey,
Bonkers is a good boy.
sorry guys, I overreacted. Those freaking claws. They're.
Oh, I think it was excellent.
I think this
yeah,
is
you
coming
did-
back
you did
now.
great.
Well, he really should have answered our question. He was incredibly rude.
All right, let me just make sure nothing else is going to go wrong. Poison needles on the desk and such.
Okay.
That'd be all right.
Yep.
Of course.
Just a second.
We really kicked his butt, though.
Man, I tell you what, things behind walls. I'm gonna attack walls more often.
I'm waiting for the other foot to drop. I feel like there's something.
Stop
Sorry.
looking for the foot.
Yeah, I'm just looking some stuff up. That's all.
I'm just looking at the trap that is going to kill all of you.
It says he reforms in 1d4 days inside his murderer's chest. What?
That sounds 100% right.
Okay. So
It does.
All right, so you start looking through the room. I would like a because you're trying to put back together all of this stuff to make sense of it. I would like I'd like an investigation roll. Since all of you are doing it, one of you could make it at advantage.
I'll do it.
I think that's probably best.
Yeah, I think you're the smartest.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent. So you do manage to find a few things as you're looking around. One is that on the remains of Wither's body, you find an amulet. It is carved from obsidian and it seems to be shaped like a screaming humanoid skull.
Wow.
It's got little ruby eyes and emeralds for teeth. It hangs from an iron chain necklace. And with that investigation, you put two and two together and you think it might actually fit in that slot you saw.
Sweet.
It's a remote control for TV, you guys.
Additionally, you find two books that are still intact enough to make sense of. One of them seems to contain instructions for making clay golems.
Sweet.
Oh man.
And as you're quickly flipping through it, you notice on the inside back cover is what looks like a name, Komara Blackfire.
Does that sound familiar to anyone?
Nope.
No, but most names do not sound familiar to me.
Let me
Even
control
people
F
that
my
I know.
document. Only black I have in my notes is city far to the south surrounded by a black obelisk and draped in vines crawling with snakes. That's like old stuff though.
Hey, manual goal control that.
Additionally, you do find what looks to be a journal. Now, because of the explosion, it's very difficult to put back together, but you do piece together a little bit.
Let's see. The master returns with the marvelous gift, a cast of creation of the gods, dead and yet not. The all-seeing is blind to its existence, and the mother of illusions look past it. Sweet irony. The master hopes to raise the creature to power it by glutting it on souls. Ooh. The master has brought the sown sisters here to nurse it, and to help build the device needed to feed it. As for me, I am only saddened that my studies shall one day come to an end. I owe the master much for the time he has given me. I can only work harder in the little time that remains for this world. Wow. Okay. Well, that's something. It's the most we've heard about the soulmonger in forever, actually. A
So-
creature.
The soulmonger is feeding a creature?
The all-seeing.
It is dead and not dead. I think all seeing refers to a god or something.
Yeah, no, I think the all-seeing is blind to the monster's existence, and the mother of illusions looks past the existence of it. So it's some kind of
Yeah, those words, all seeing and mother of illusions, do I recognize those as maybe pathetic human gods?
Make a religion check.
I should have whispered this to somebody else to ask. Hey!
Wow. You're a specialist in all of your slaves' religion.
wow.
Yeah. Equal opportunity employment.
Yeah.
Yes, they do sound like mainlander gods.
Any particular gods, or just in
I'm
general?
certain they are, but I don't
Okay.
have that in my notes.
All right.
But you, with that religion check, you get the gist that what Withers is saying is that any gods who might be able to notice this creature have not, and probably will not.
Well, I mean, even the seer had trouble seeing into here. It was like the one place she couldn't see. I wonder if maybe it's magically shrouded even from gods.
Probably. Seems very powerful.
So, what creature could they be feeding souls to make it?
A cast of creation of the gods. Whatever
Is
that
that like-
means.
A dead god or
It seems to be an undead thing.
god
Dead and not.
fetus?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, actually, hold on. We have notes on this.
Do
It
we
was like,
really?
You?
it was the first prophecy we got.
Damn. Let's go back.
Yeah, sorry, I don't remember what the key word I was for the old guy in the crowd.
You're right.
I can't tell because I can't find it.
I know what episode it is and around what time it is, so I'm going to spend the next 30 seconds finding it on YouTube.
Hold on, I found the Duchess of Dread.
The first session?
It's the first session we were in the port.
Yeah, my one page of note is not good. I do have doodles, though, of a lot of characters that are dead. It is sad.
Artist had his own prophecy when the soulmonger grinds and exiled to sea. Raps, nope. A beggar spoke to us. The ancient one beneath the forbidden city gives birth to a new god. The snake men they know. I guess that's actually not as revealing as I thought it was.
Yeah, so the ancient one of Serac gives birth to a new god, whatever thing. Okay.
All right.
And its own
Control
sisters
X
are
instead.
the masters of this place, or feeding it or something.
It sounds like they're nursing it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the soulmonger is a bunch of soul bags, like the hag bags, but tied together.
Oh, that makes sense. That lines up really well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
no blueprints then, right?
No,
Nothing
not
so
that you found.
great as a map or
Cheat sheet.
designs on traps or anything.
No.
Don't do the wither voice.
Is there a hidden compartment in the desk?
Sorry, that's hard to stop.
I mean, if we pulled off his mask, he doesn't have lips or stuff, right?
Sorry. Yeah, he's missing parts of his face. That was probably the impetus for his speech impediment. One last thing you do find. A translucent, fist-sized gray stone. And since you're still running your detect magic, you do detect
Magic.
some magic from it. A sense of enchantment magic.
Okay. Guys, if we want to, I mean, this seems like might be a treasure trove of information. We can't find any blueprints immediately, but there's lots of bookshelves. There might be things in here. We should thoroughly investigate it all, including that undead canary. It's creeping me out. Anyway, give me
That
some
sounds like
time.
a fine idea.
I'm going to identify these items, though.
I am curious as to what is in the other room, though. There was another door just north of here. Maybe
know,
we have
but we
another
got-
office just like that.
There could be
Maybe they're
feet-
twins.
There could be feet furiously scribbling stuff. I mean, who knows? Could be ears.
Are you
It
They're
could
just
be-
breaking in shoes.
Are you going to take time to identify, or are you going to move on?
Yeah, I'll ritually cast identify these two items.
While she's doing that, I will thoroughly investigate the room.
I'll start with the stone because that one's just likely to curse me.
So, as you look at the stone, and begin to cast Identify on it. You discover that it is not so much a usable magical item, but this does appear to be that missing control stone for a particular now dead Slod.
What? Oh.
I regret nothing.
Kat, I'm sorry. I know you wanted this, but
It's-
unfortunately.
I mean, it's like a mortal enemies to some degree, and it would have been nice to bring it back, parade it around, like, oh look now, toss ladies at me.
We can throw it at someone, make them think it's useful.
Yeah, we can just have Marnie toss ladies at you if that's what you're worried about.
It's not the same. It's just not.
You're right, it would not be consensual.
And
You
the
want a
skull, is
hug
that
for
just
your
the
little butt?
key, or
It is not. You identify it.
Mhm.
And hang on, I'm having to tweak the handout because there was spoilers.
Interesting.
Huh?
They've been really, really good about not putting spoilers in these things. Except this one.
What's Sunny currently identifying?
This amulet she found.
Oh, okay. I forgot there was an
Someday I
name.
want to know what the spoiler was.
Make a note of it.
Is this similar to the ring that Tyrius almost picked? Yeah.
No.
What? A teleport ring. Oh shoot!
Oh, it's not. I was about to say, well, it's not very useful to us because of the.
Undead thing.
Just because Larry was curious, the spoiler is what happens if you fail the save.
I was about to say, it's like that's suspiciously absent.
I mean, it's a way to get in and out of the tomb without fucking collecting 9 puzzle cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also likely to do something so horrifying Brian couldn't even put it in the.
This effect
Turn
isn't subject
inside
to
out.
the magic restrictions placed on the Tomb of the Nine Gods.
Mm-hmm. That's a spoiler I left in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just for
This
us.
is the splinching magic.
We already know there's restrictions. Yeah, we already know there's restrictions on
We
teleporting
did.
in
I
here.
mean, we heard. These confirm them.
Well,
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Spoiler I left in.
good to know we
You
got
aren't
that as an
undead.
option.
I mean, it's definitely a desperate. Does it require attunement? I already closed it.
Does
You know,
yes.
I mean, like, I'm glad I have. Shit, yeah. I'm glad I have the Constitution, the Amulet of Health now +4 because. Hold on. So if you aren't undead, you must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw each time you use the amulet. Does that apply to each person who teleports, or just person
I think
who
you can
teleports?
only-
like the
pers-
amulet.
So only the person wearing the amulet can teleport using
Where,
it.
whatever.
And the only stuff that teleports is them, whatever they're wearing or carrying. You cannot teleport other people with it.
So you know, if you're the last man
Oh,
standing,
you're right, okay.
do this from the corpse and get
Yeah.
yourself out of here.
Yep. Additionally, you only have one amulet slot in your inventory paper doll.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna wear it myself. I was thinking that if I was thinking it teleported multiple people, and if we were all gonna go, I was like, oh, well, that's good. Sunny has a chance of surviving now. However, I don't think any of us should necessarily attune to it right now. I mean,
I think my attunements are full, and
I think I'm full on 2 minutes anyway. Yeah.
I actually
I was
have
actually
an
wondering-
open slot there.
We have who's got the god that can allow them to do an additional
No
attunement?
one. We gave it up for Moa.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Zolbo, right?
mm,
Uh,
I don't.
I could take it, but I don't want it. I think it should be given to somebody who feels like they are going to be in a risk Splinch to die scenario, which
Anybody have
would be
proficiency in Constitution saving throws?
me and you. No, not you.
Mm-mm.
thought you were a
I'm
warlock
only
first level for a second.
concentration, I think.
Tad, maybe you should wear it then, just for now. I mean, until you find something better. Just because you're the one who's most likely to,
I've got
survive
so much
using it.
mobility already, though. Like,
Let's just put it in our bag.
But you don't have the ability of teleporting through, twisting fans. There's
true.
all sorts of things that could take us by surprise here.
I mean, if no one
worst
else takes
situation
it,
comes to worse.
yeah, I mean, I'll make sure that it has like potential to be used if no one else will. I just feel like it really should go on to one of the casters because, let's say, something gets up on you and you have to get away from it. Your only option is to risk the Splinch.
I don't know what this does, and I think, the failure state of not having enough constitution.
Now that we are slice, we are expendable. We don't have
is very
responsibilities to care for others. Just give it to me. If I get cut off when, looking for traps and such, let's pop back in.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, it is cool, and I already am formulating a great plan of immediate death. But
I think Austin just really wants to teleport.
well, I
He
think that's
couldn't
his
do it with
greedy
Delmar,
god.
so
He's been one two for
The greedy
many
god in this
episodes to
case
find
is
out what happens
Austin.
when he teleports.
I do love teleporting.
That's true. You
I know,
did
Morty.
TPK an entire party, Mordenkainen.
Oh, Mordenkainen.
You were murdered,
What a-
Pretty?
Yeah, all I did was teleport people around.
yes.
All right.
For great.
Is somebody
D&D
taking the
Uber.
amulet?
I mean, I think it should go on Sunny or Dawn, but if Crow wants it, I don't have a particular need for it. I mean, Drazira is my vote, actually. That's my turn.
Yeah, Marty's trying to flip a pen with her fingers.
Now that Bunkers is deaf is the word I was looking for. Not quite the same condition. Starts with the same letters though. He seems reassured that the Withers is dead, right?
Yes.
Does he seem kind of upset?
He seems less upset now.
You knew this creature.
Bonkers is a good boy.
It was a bad person, wasn't it?
Bonkers is a good boy.
Did he hurt
Bonkers.
you?
Bonkers is a bad boy.
Okay, that's
Bonkers, did he do anything? Did he do something to you?
Bonkers, 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 bonkers.
oh,
I
Where
wonder
on
if
this doll did he touch you?
he made bonkers.
perhaps.
Bonkers
I
is a
think
bad
he's-
boy.
No,
he did make bonkers about. He didn't make bonkers. Okay.
Did he
Man,
meddle
sometimes-
with your mind?
Bonkers
My
is a
brain
bad
isn't
boy.
strong enough.
No, that's right.
Well, he's gone now, so you don't have to worry about that.
Bonkers is a good boy.
I give him a scritch.
Bonkers, you want to see me open more walls?
Bonkers is a good boy.
All right.
Let's try this other door now.
Let's go north. I
Yes.
feel like opening something.
All right, Crow, you take the amulet. You can attune to it over the next hour if you choose to. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you know when you can start bamfing.
I also put on my mask, my brass ass sad clown mask.
It is actually golden.
Oh,
I gotta make different alliterations then. Give me an hour.
Did you take Wither's mask?
He did.
It's so gross.
I have
There's
5
like a
cloak
flower
pins,
in
a
gold.
golden torque, a golden mask, and 3 golden cups. I
There's
fill them with the
face
blood of my
stuck to
enemies.
the inside of that face.
I cleaned it. I have Ray of Frost and Shape Water.
It smells a little dusty, a little musty. Smells like retirement home.
Lots of paperworks
Mhm.
and overtime.
All right. So you.
I mean, I've been using prestidigitation on all of you to make you smell better for weeks now. So
I keep wondering why my poison kept disappearing.
So you can all move around to the north door, how you would approach it. And let me know what you would like to do.
Oh, man.
I'm ready to
I
enter
think-
the room.
I'm going to listen again with real careful ears. And then, I mean, same deal. If it worked, it worked.
If it ain't broke,
Exactly.
Don't fix it.
Can I suggest that we try to find our cleric first?
I mean,
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Our clerics in here.
Oh, I meant we have the key to the scrying pool now.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
that's very
That
true.
is true.
I know, Monty. I don't want to leave either.
I head over there.
Why don't we just make sure this room is clear so we don't get ambushed from behind while doing the whole viewing thing there?
I like Cruella's idea. Come back, Sonny. We'll do this later.
So I know I do like the
Okay.
idea, but out of character, like we didn't get any good visuals. So even if it showed us Raynor, it wouldn't show us where he was.
I know. I just feel like we should probably have cared a little more.
Nope, I've forgotten about him entirely. I got my tattoo removed yesterday.
I thought about him.
Not my
I'm not
favorite.
joking. 15 minutes ago, and I felt sad.
I only talk about him in the past tense.
Mhm.
Oh, I miss you.
Only
Me
funny.
too.
He's my favorite.
These were Raina's favorite.
I couldn't take his name off of the Twitch overlay.
Bum, bum, bum.
He's
Right.
always forever with us in spirit.
He
He'll be
actually
back
is
at the end of the
bonkers.
semester.
Plot twist.
So Marnie, you hear sound. It's a tapping sound. It could be like a
Telling me it's feet. It's
no.
feet.
It's like a small hammer hitting metal. It's not like a forge with an anvil, right? But definitely like a tink 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 tink. And you also hear almost like a cranking kind of sound.
There's a tiny watchmaker in this room. We are
It sounds
scared
like
to
it's coming
shoot.
from across a large space.
There's a tiny clockmaker in a very large room. We're gonna scare the shit out of
Oh, perhaps it's a trap.
him. That's the only thing that could be in there. And I will be surprised if I'm wrong.
What if there's no floor in there? It's just a massive expanse with the clockmaker on the other side taunting us with his clocks.
The
Well,
ones that you cuckoo?
I'll throw my fist at him. I mean, I'll shake my fist at him. I won't throw it.
No, you'll
Never mind, I
throw
spoke
me
wrong.
at him.
I can throw you at him. You can leap off my hand, maybe go a little extra feet.
Can you throw a tiger?
I've never tried. I'm a little disappointed. We'll do this. All right. We got a
Fastball
plan.
special.
I will step to the side to make sure that whatever explosion comes through this door as they open it does not hit me.
Okay. Should I ready throwing a tiger, or we just still gonna just carefully open the door?
I'm just gonna ready to move in.
Okay.
So you can open the door. It also is not locked. It is just latched.
Just one of those simple doors.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna open it. Yeah, just like before.
Okay. As quickly and quietly as you can, make a dex check.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
So you quickly and quietly fling the door open. It hits something. It doesn't open as far as you think it would. It's something soft and meaty, and then slams closed again.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
Housekeeping.
Soft-
You need to say it
it's
in
something
Dwarven.
soft and meaty. I think they put chicken behind the door.
If you hit something meaty and soft, just hit it again.
All right.
Unless it's
harder
Raina,
this
in which
time.
case stop hitting it immediately.
But harder this time?
Okay, harder.
Yeah, you fling the door open this time.
All right, totally got it. Huzzah!
All right. We will roll initiative in just a moment, but what you see.
You mean stealth is out the window when I yelled huzzah?
Yeah, usually. So in this room, you see a bunch of old wooden benches and shelves along the walls. They're all covered with like gears and chains, components that look like maybe they are used to make traps. You also see cages filled with rats. All along the north wall, though, you see a stepped dais that's set up with some kind of bulky contraption. It looks almost like an Iron Maiden. But it's attached to a network of steaming pistons, tubes, and also bubbling vats of viscous red liquid. You see a couple of dwarves, those weird dwarves near it. One seems to have moved immediately behind a pillar. The other two seem to be operating this contraption. And Marnie, as soon as you kick the door open, you see to either side of the door 2 more of these dwarves. We're going to roll some initiative.
Oh, quick, say you're with HR.
You just
What's the
come from the
quality of
contractor's office.
Quality of life inspection.
Wow. That's not great rolls, you guys.
Well,
Except for
I actually
Marnie.
have one better.
I mean, it's pretty average for me.
By the way, I just want to go ahead and say, in case it ever arises, I do not consent to any teleportation that originates from Austin as default.
Okay. Understood.
Brian, I got to tell you about the stuff that happened later in Tony's game.
Okay. All right. So, Marnie, you fling the door open. You see across this large room the 2 dwarves that seem to be operating this contraption. And when you fling the door open, they seem to be trying to work it more quickly. There are 2 dwarves immediately beside the door. They seem to have stepped back when you kicked the door open. And then one other that is hiding behind a pillar.
Hey, everybody. I'm gonna step in the room so I can. Can I not really see? Cause yeah, it's dark as heck in here.
Yeah, they do not seem to use light.
Where's the light coming from? Who's got the light?
I have
a
one, and
Crow has one.
Okay. Can I kind of see where they are?
You can see faint shadows moving.
Okay. My attacks would be at disadvantage, I'm sure.
Correct.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna rage. No, yeah, don't go hiding. She yells, and then I'm gonna recklessly attack, so I can at least negate the disadvantage.
Okay.
And am I next to it right now? Is it like right here?
It is in the corner. You need to take one more step to your left or to your right.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to attack the one that's right here.
Okay.
Okay. I'll miss.
You miss with your first attack, as it's hard to gauge the size of this creature, and it seems to move unnaturally, even in the darkness.
I rolled bad on that.
This time, though, you do connect.
Okay, good.
And it is going to make a save. And it gets pushed. It's going to scooch up that way. And take 2, 11, 23.
Oh, we got dwarves.
Okay.
Is there one dwarf with like a door imprint in his forehead?
That is the one she is smacking right now.
Okay, perfect.
he's got more than just the door imprinted.
I think yeah, I'll stay right here.
Okay. On their turn, these 2 far dwarves crank the machine to full. It
Rah,
hisses
rah.
and steams, and then the doors of this Iron Maiden-like contraption burst open, and from within steps one of those large plate-armored creatures.
Oh, they're making them.
Make a big.
Making.
When it does, Bonkers skitters forward into the room.
Bunkhouse!
He's with his people now.
And you hear him saying, Bonkers is a good boy, Bonkers is a good boy.
I know you are, but this is terribly dangerous.
No, this is like
Bunkers.
the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy where Groot is just like running around.
Yeah.
Except in this situation, me, Rocket, is the tree, and Groot is obviously the creature.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that's these two. This one next to Marnie is going to first attempt to hit her with its battle axe.
Man.
Go and miss. But then it's going to let go of the axe with one hand and reach out with its other hand and just try and touch Marnie.
Ooh.
Reach out and
That's
touch
a
Bart.
17. Does that hit?
It just misses. Woo!
Okay.
Marty's used to a dwarf's touch.
Yeah,
He knows how to
I know
avoid
how
it.
you guys work. Fast fingers.
The other two, however, pull out crossbows and fire, and pretty much all they can see is Marnie. So these are 4 bolts coming at Marnie.
Alrighty.
They have advantage on all of these attacks.
Yeah, oh yes. I hope I don't get
2, 3,
miss.
4.
Miss.
All misses.
Every single one of them misses. Marnie's dipping and dodging and weaving.
Go, Marnie!
Oh my goodness.
And it's Crow's turn.
Oh, this is like the Battlefield 5 trailer. Anyone saw
So-
that?
Can
Lots of
I
bullets.
scramble over these other people? I'm gonna try and do it on the wall, so I
Oh,
don't
you
have
can
to.
easily
like-
do it along the wall or the ceiling. You,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Can I be above the doorway?
Yes.
Is that
on
an
the wall.
option? Yeah, very cool.
If you're real still, we just think you're a mounted grunghead.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on this dwarf over here.
Okay.
My cantrips do not come up when I click spells, and now I'm sad.
Oh, that's because I have to generate. Hang on.
I clicked the wrong one.
If you unclick your token and re-click your token, do they show up now?
Yeah, they do. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome. Okay, so that Ray of Frost will miss, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm also casting Hunter's Mark.
On the same one?
Yeah, I meant to do that before, but you
He
know.
is marked.
Thank you. That is all I can do. As for the tiger,
Oh wait. Shoot. I'm sorry, Brian.
Yes.
I did not miss those. Wait, no, I missed all of them. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was remembering I was reckless, but I had to remember that one.
Yep.
Yeah, because I took the highest number. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Keep going. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. My brain's not completely up.
It's okay.
I was gonna run up here.
Mhm.
Didn't realize that there's people behind her. She's gonna get over there.
Oh man, I can see. Ugh.
I once was blind.
Okay.
I can fight.
That will hit. But she does not seem to be doing much damage.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I knock
That's
it prone.
I don't want to leave you dealing with those guys, but I kind of feel like I should deal with the Tomb Guardian.
Okay, it goes prone.
I bop it once. I bop it a second time.
Beepity, boppity.
It is dead.
That's okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Anticlimactic. Bippity boppity.
Never mind.
I've
Oh, shit.
got my full movements here.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Bonkers look like he is heading?
For the contraption.
Okay. Can I scoop Bonkers up on my shield using an action surge action and protect him and carry him to the shield?
Make a.
I'd pick him up with my hands, but then he'd probably have to hop.
Yeah. Make a dex check for me, as he does not seem to want to be caught.
Oh, he doesn't. He
He is
Oh,
trying to
fuck.
dodge
Might have
out
a
of your
purpose.
way.
now I don't know if I trust him.
I trust him fully.
I trust him.
If he doesn't want it, I don't do any of that. I let him go on his way. That's my turn, sir.
Okay.
So I just get off the tiger, see that he doesn't want it. All right, back on the tiger.
Okay. Dawnflower.
All right, let's see what this all noise is about. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh, hello. Yes, all right, I see. Far in am I right now? That is 1, 5, 10, other 5 feet. Okay. Get up in here. Try to get as much visual as we can. Wow, this place is dark. Okay, then. All right. This does not seem so dire yet, but the day is still young. Still, it's always better when we have friends. I'm gonna bang my spear to the ground and summon the Great Python.
Okay.
He's gonna melt to the floor. And I'm gonna tell him to eat small creatures that should spend more time in the sun.
As he
Sorry.
immediately attempts to eat Bonkers.
No, bigger but smaller. These guys.
Okay. He is going to slither forward and attack this one. He will attempt to grapple it and miss.
It's okay. You're doing great. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. This enormous plated creature comes forward. Most of you can only just hear these resounding, thunderous footsteps as it charges forward and attacks this giant snake. It is going.
We need to find him a name, you guys. Oh,
As it nearly
I'll
kills
just
your snake.
ask him what its name is.
it can't die. No, I just got it. It's so cool.
But it's Sunny's turn.
What do I want to do? Well, first let me take a couple steps forward so I can see into the room. Oh, there's a. Okay. Interesting. I'll drop a shatter in the back right there. Boop, 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 boop. Won't be able to get all of them, but 3 is a pretty good number. And ooh, wait a minute, no. What happens if I kill a snake?
My snake? I lose the staff forever. Don't do it.
Oh, okay. Then I won't do that.
I'm probably, if it survives the next round, I'm probably gonna call it back.
You know what? How well can I see the Tomb Guardian back there?
Just a moment.
I mean, it's a pretty damn big snake, right?
Yeah, it would have half cover probably just from the
Cool.
snake.
I'll just Eldritch Blast the guy in the corner. You throw out your giant snake. I shoot out my little tiny force snakes at the guy.
Which guy in which corner?
This is my back right.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Natural 20.
What?
Excellent.
With a 9 and a 10 roll. That's pretty damn good.
Yep.
Closest I'll ever get.
Yeah.
First,
That is
much damage over.
25 total. As you just blast into this thing, tearing chunks of its flesh out. Crow, you can tell that these are undead.
I'm good at those.
Who could benefit from this most? I'll inspire Tad. I don't have a good inspired thing set up right now, but you're inspired.
Okay. And it is Marnie's turn.
I feel pretty great about myself.
Thumbs through some more hair on the frog.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. I think you guys have got this other one under wraps. I think I'm going to charge the other things that are up there. Yeah, I can get that one.
Okay.
I'm going to run up there, and I'm going to hit it many times as I can. Crystal base. Recklessly, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Still going reckless.
So let's see. All of those will hit. 27, 38, 52. You kill it with the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of action is it to activate the Mace of Terror? Out of curiosity.
It's an
I don't-
action.
Oh, I see.
But Marnie, if you had any movement left, you could apply that last attack to something else.
I only get the 40 movement, and I think it took me 40 to get there.
Okay.
Oh, 35. Ah, ha, ha.
Keep moving. The snake will not
Two
hurt you.
guardians. Slappity slap.
Okay. You do hit the Tomb Guardian. You guys hear this resounding metal on metal sound as Marnie clangs into this plated creature. Not her first Tomb Guardian.
She knows how it works.
This is not my first rodeo, I said when I went to my second rodeo.
All right. So this one will move here and attack Sunny.
Who can now take it?
Bring it on!
First with the battle axe for 4. And then
Ow.
reaching out a hand and missing.
Yay! I'll take the 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Grip my teeth and... I've got so much blood to lose now!
These two dwarves move down to Marnie and will both attack her the same way. 2 battle axes, 1, 2. I think both of those hit because Marnie was reckless.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 damage and 6 damage for 8.
All right.
And then 2 life drain attacks. Miss and hit.
Ooh.
So you need to make a constitution save.
Okay.
Go, Marnie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you feel this energy start to drain from your body, but you just shake it off. You still take 4 damage, but your hit point maximum is not reduced.
Oh, man. I'm okay with that outcome.
Shake it off, Marnie. Shake it off.
Okay. But also, Bonkers continues running into the room, but he gets about halfway in the room, stops, looks around, and then runs over to a set of shelves. And he is saying, Bonkers is a good boy. Bonkers is a good boy. Dawnflower, you were almost close enough to hear. You can hear something respond. Marnie, you are close enough to hear, but because you're in this melee with all these creatures, you may not be focused enough. Make a quick perception check for me.
Okay. Sir, I was grabbing a burrito.
You thought your turn was over.
I thought my turn was over, and then perception check. I did not roll my own.
You hear what sounds like a female voice say, Bonkers, it is good to see you again. Have you brought friends? And you hear Bonkers say, Bonkers is a good boy.
You already had a lady friend.
A
Bunkers.
friend of Bonkers is a friend of mine.
You were just his rebound girl.
Yeah, it was just his rebound. I feel so betrayed.
But it's Crow's turn.
I am significantly above this dwarf, right?
You can be.
I would like to be.
Okay. So you would have to be on the ceiling. The ceiling here is 15 feet high.
So that would be 5 movement to be on the ceiling then?
Mm-hmm.
If you fire it straight down, the arrows are non-lethal because you just lobotomize them.
Actually, because I'm holding the torch, I'm using magic right now. Magic.
Magics.
The midgets.
Yeah, they're not great yet. Still getting used to the hag magic.
Okay.
Can't believe you sold your souls to the hags.
I didn't really have a choice. It kind of just happened.
All right. Well, I think it's best if we stay here, regroup. Aldrich here's taking me.
She will pounce the Tomb Guardian.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm guessing 11 doesn't hit.
It does not. As this thing is encased in metal, she pounces it, but just sort of bounces off.
And she can move behind it.
don't worry. We're here to save Monty. I'd like to knock
That's
him.
a great name.
I thought so.
Tony should move diagonal square.
I just had my sheet open. I would like to try and knock him prone.
Okay.
I am.
It's going to be a challenge. He is very large.
He is very large. He's going to... I'm just double checking something. Yeah.
Ho ho! That guy. I'm just going to bob him twice then for a similar effect.
Okay.
That one and that one. God.
They
Bibbidi
both
bobbidi.
hit. Definitely. 27.
I'm going to go ahead and action surge here and just bop him twice more.
Okay.
Nice.
26. So you stove in part of the armor. If it were a living creature, it would already be dead.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How many spiders pour out of the wounds? No, that is just to make sure. My turn.
Okay.
He is marked.
He is marked. Dawnflower.
Yes. Question for you.
Mhm.
Because Snake and I go more or less on the same turn. Could he attack first and then I dispel it? Or
Sure.
is that a no-go?
Yeah.
Cool.
He can do that. He will bite at the Tomb Guardian. Miss.
Nah.
There
But
was
that
a
was a
moment-
nice try, Monty. And I will use my bonus action to call him back. I will move closer. 'Cause I'm curious as to where Bunkers is going and what's going on. Is there something in these shelves that he's looking?
He is sitting right next to what looks like a lantern. And there's a faint glow coming from the lantern.
I will not spend too much time on this. There are still people trying to murder us around here, which we should try to avoid. Everybody looks healthy though, which is new. Let's see if we can help hasten the demises. I'm gonna help out Sunny. I'm gonna torch the guy at the far end. Ah,
Unfortunately, he ducks behind one of these tables just as your thorn whip whips over his head.
all right, very well then. and I'm going to. I didn't hear. So I'm just gonna bunkers and wonder what he's. Where are you going, bunkers? What is going on?
All right. You will hear, and you see as the sound comes from this lantern, it gets a little brighter as it is speaking. It says, Bonkers was a companion of mine. We should speak once everyone is safe.
Yes, that's probably the wiser idea. It was my idea from the start, actually, but it's good that you confirm it.
Okay. The Tomb Guardian will go. It is going to roll a d6. It rolled a 6. And
That's accurate.
you see you hear it scream, and it starts to wave its arms over its head, and it is now going to roll a d3, a d4, because Dracera is under Tad. 1 is Tad, 2 is Dracera, 3 is the dwarf next to it, 4 is Marnie.
3, 3, 3, 3.
As it slams into that dwarf, hitting both times, nearly killing it.
That is the best.
Well done, Tomb Guardian. You may now leave.
I am your master, Iseric. You will obey.
And it's Sunny's turn.
I see no need to do anything more than Eldritch blasting that dwarf that almost died, as well as then the Tomb Guardian if it doesn't finish killing it.
Okay.
Probably doesn't hit, does it?
It does not.
Alright, then second attack will still be against him then.
That does hit.
Ooh!
It is,
No!
yeah, still alive, but barely.
Staying alive.
Oh, I forgot that this thing was right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for some. Oh yeah, Dawnflower tried to kill it, but couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Thanks for
I guess I'm
rubbing
just
it
gonna
in.
have to, you know.
It's like not even been 6 seconds. He's reminding you about the time that you fucked up.
Anything else?
No. I didn't mean that. I'm just.
I know. I'm just.
I had
really
dismissed
thought you
him.
had that.
I'd written him off.
Okay.
It's funny because she's a
It
quill
is funny.
for her. Yeah, all right. I'm trying really hard to make these puns work. Nobody's really appreciating them.
Oh no,
I'm not smart enough
we're
for
giving them the appreciation they're due.
See, that's a little mockery.
No, that was
That's
a lot
a vicious. That's a
That's a
vicious
little
mockery.
mockery.
Oh,
I'm-
Arnie, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hit this
Mhm.
Tomb Guardian. We're gonna go for a multi-kill.
Are you going reckless?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That will hit. It will make a con save.
Fail and die.
Fail. It slides back from you 5 feet.
But it's not.
24.
I'm gonna hit this one next.
Okay. You do, killing it.
Oh, awesome. Well, I guess I didn't get the Tomb Guardian. I'm gonna deal with this one and
Okay.
offhand with the Mace of Terror. Ooh,
And
that
unfortunately, that misses.
darn it! That's no multi-kill.
You were so distressed by the Tomb Guardian getting shoved far away from you that you just haphazardly swing at the last dwarf and don't even really put anything into it.
Damn, my rep.
But that gives this dwarf an opportunity to attack you. It drops its crossbow and will swing its battle axe at you. Boom.
That'll hit.
Yep, for 1.
A whole 1 damage.
1 damage. Ow!
And then
Papers attack me harder.
it misses with its life drain.
Oh, yeah, that was a close one.
The one by Sunny, though, will attack her. 13.
Yeah, 13 hits.
All right, for 5.
Oh,
Ow!
shit!
I need a Constitution save.
All those hit points you're gonna lose.
Nah, not that much.
My
just
precious hit points.
7.
You just got them. But you just got them, Trent.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yep.
good.
So you still take
Alice.
7 damage, but your max is not reduced.
I'm still half again as healthy as I was an hour ago.
Mhm.
True.
That is their turn. Crow.
I'm just gonna try and shoot that dwarf again.
Okay. This time it hits
final.
and freezes the dwarf solid.
What's on the top of this bookshelf? Just while I'm up here.
Just it looks like gears and mechanical spare parts and stuff.
Anything look valuable?
If you had an action, you could make a perception check.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
Okay. Dracera and Tad.
I knock him prone, and the tiger rips his head off.
Looks like this.
You knock him prone. The tiger kills him. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh,
He is still alive.
I try to discreetly collapse his windpipe.
you're already dead. Shut up.
Which you do. As he
Oh,
starts to get
I
up
killed
again, you just sort of give him a little tap on the back of the head, and he stops moving.
Just a muzzle thump.
Dracera believes she has killed him.
Oh, good job there, kitty. I'll take me to the last one, and from there I just make another attack. I can't get into the flanking, so I'll just bop him.
Okay. All right. That will also.
So, I did not like the quarterstaff because A, it made me hairy, and B, because it didn't really fit with any of my thematics here. But I really dig it, the +3.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
+3 is effing good.
Dawnflower.
I don't know. Beating a man to death seems like you're.
Your MO.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not piercing, so I can't use my Grungan stuff.
Dawnflower would like to pick up both this lantern and bunkers. I don't know, it's a lantern or it is a lantern, right?
It is a lantern.
Is it the type of lantern that I could hook on like my belt without catching on fire myself?
It does not appear to have fire.
Okay. Yeah, then I would like to grab bunkers again, put them back on, hook this lantern onto my belt so that it doesn't go anywhere or get damaged.
He climbs up on your shoulder like normal. You hook the lantern on your belt. You hear a voice from within the lantern say, "Thank you."
Of course, would not leave any friend of bunkers is our. Would not leave you here. Whatever they are. All right, let's finish this now, shall we? And I'm gonna call forth the bees. An amazing 5 damage they will probably be resistant to, but they might give Marnie an attack of opportunity. Who knows? Or not. That's also an option. I am just I'm gonna pretend like I always meant to do that and walk here so that I can see down this hall. And that's my turn.
Oh no, Dawnflower, you gotta believe in yourself.
Good one, Marnie.
That's off the cuff.
You're so
Speaking of
clever.
off the cuff.
All right, Sunny, it is your turn. You are
Try.
muted.
Damn you, boss. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Thank you for taking care of that guy. And let's just finish him off with a quick little, I'd like to pretend that I'm writing in air with the ink or with the quill. I'm just going to do a quick boop and a boop boop. I am rolling really well for the damage on these Ultra Blasts.
You are, and the first one will hit, but the second one just shatters a piece of the wall behind him.
Damn you! Alright, cool. I'm good.
Marnie.
I think I'm going to recklessly attack this one.
Sounds like you.
Yeah! Yeah!
It's very on brand.
Actually, the third one. No, sorry. Third one. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dead by then, but...
The first one killed him.
Okay.
The second two just turned him into mush.
Okay, No, I attack the wall.
This wall
You
is
find a
very
secret
thick,
door.
and you
Okay,
don't
damn
think
it.
you're going to get through it anytime soon.
I raise it and then decide better. Okay. All right, guys, we did it.
Very well done.
Now,
Now,
who's in the lantern?
that's a very good question. She seems to be a friend of Bunker. Hello, I am Dawnflower, Shepherd of Shoot, Spirit of the Jungle. And you are?
You should tinker with
Master
that.
of groans,
Oh,
driver of slave,
no,
conqueror of tombs.
that is not correct.
It's
Actually, I think it's
partially
pretty
accurate.
You're not letting the lady introduce us.
Why? You have slaves to do that for you.
No, I mean her. I point to the lantern.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, she needs to introduce us.
You are very odd. Your whole little group, but I'm glad that Bonkus found you. I'm
Oh, Bonker's been great.
known
The good
as
boy.
the Starfallen.
Starfallen.
Huh.
Why does that sound familiar?
Let me check the notes.
Probably
you,
a
are
star that fell there.
Bonker's
you popular?
previous group of friends, the company of the company of
Oh,
Banner?
yes.
Yellow
Something.
banner?
That sounds familiar. Yes, the Yellow Banner. They brought me here. There's an item within called the Eye of Zoltek. Supposedly it could rescue me.
Rescue you. From this form you're in?
Yes, I was killed thousands of years ago. And have lived within this lantern ever since.
Why?
I
Was it
can't
a curse?
I can't remember. It has been so long.
Could have been one of those, escape plans. You bind your soul to an atom.
That
Heard of
sounds
it.
familiar.
Somebody,
I-
I thought we had an item like that.
Sonny, do you recognize that that title?
The name, perhaps?
You can make a history check if you like.
I will not even attempt it.
I thought gods was fair, but like, if this is a person, I'll try.
No, I mean Sunny can make a history check.
Oh, Sonny can try.
Okay, we'll do. Just the right time.
Oh, this is a Sarak's third wife.
So, the name does not sound familiar, but you have heard of there was a kind of magic practiced by the Netherese
Oh, I know that name.
that would allow someone to have a sort of contingency should they be killed.
So it's not necromancy.
It's not the bad
Probably
kind of
necromancy, but
Okay.
yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
That's close enough for my taste.
What's not the bad type of necromancy as far as keeping your life going after you're
Yeah,
supposed to
it's
have
like
died?
it's like revivify is also necromancy. It's
Mhm.
Okay, it's true, but I'm just thinking like
Yeah, but there's necromancy and necromancy.
there's
I'm sure there's good necromancers out there somewhere.
That sounds preposterous.
can
No
I
such
identify
thing.
the lantern?
yeah.
You're probably right. They're probably all dicks.
You can cast Identify on the lantern.
Yeah, I'll begin doing so.
So, how should we call you? Is Star an appropriate name?
If you like,
Lady Starfallen.
just Starfallen.
Well, tell me, Starfallen, did you know Bunkhouse before he was Bunkhouse?
Well,
Yeah, his bunker's always been restricted in his vocabulary.
yes, he has.
Oh, disappointing.
The group who was with him before, they made him from a normal lizard into what he is. Their thought was they could use him to trigger traps within the tomb,
Oh,
but once their druid awoke his mind, they thought better of it.
yes.
Good. And why bother awakening something just to use it as a trap? A baiter. Trap
Well,
baiter?
It
The
needed
problem
to
was
be
they got
sm-
introduced to the meal.
It needed to be smart enough to trigger some of the traps deeper in the tomb.
Do you know of such
Oh.
traps?
I have been here since they brought us. The large creature you just stopped was one of the company.
No.
And Bonkers goes, Bonkers is a good boy.
Wait, the big guy there from the press?
Yes, they seem to like to change adventurers into that. This was...
Ooh.
What was his name? Seward.
Suad. Well, rest in peace, Suad.
Was
Well,
he a
it's more
part
efficient than grave
of
digging.
Lord... Oh, shoot, where is it?
The Yellow Banner.
The Yellow Banner? Was he part of the company of the Yellow Banner?
Yes, yes, he was.
Oh, here we go. The Tomb Guardians tore Seward to pieces. And with him, we lost the Starfallen.
That makes sense.
Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't write that in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
As you finish identifying the lantern.
Neat. Hmm.
It's pretty good. We have a need for more light. Ooh, Mage
That's
hand.
true.
Mhm.
Stabilizing.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Oh no, we can't cast the spell evil and good, because that would be bad.
On the lantern. Has to be specifically cast on the lantern.
Yes, I could do it actually right now.
No,
Please
don't do
don't.
that.
Oh, you don't want to. Sorry, never mind. Oh, of course you don't want to, because then you would be sucked into the Soulmonger.
I verified, and I do have one left for attunement, and that might be interesting.
That'd be very good, because you're one of our main healers. I mean, I can kind of help, but I'm just saying, like, if for some reason I can't, and you go down,
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
If
and plus you
anyone
can't see very well.
falls
in the
unconscious
darkness.
within 10 feet of the lantern, or just the
Yeah.
person who's attuned to it?
No, it's me.
Just the attuner.
You fall unconscious.
Would it work also with my spirit form?
Possibly. When you ask her, she says, I've never encountered that form of magic before, but if I can find you, perhaps?
Well, I will have to show you sometime soon, and we will be able to see.
Essentially, what it does is she will leave the lantern. She can leave the lantern for brief periods of time. She explains to you. And so if you fall unconscious, she will leave the lantern, go to you, and literally cast the cantrip
Spare the dying?
on you. Spare the dying.
Neat. That is very cool. Any
Pretty
objection
awesome.
to my taking it?
I think it's good on anybody, so I think it's fair game.
I think it's best on you, actually.
Yeah.
All right, I take
My
it.
money, no problem.
I hook it back onto my belt. Well, I think that you and I are gonna be great friends.
I always forget to use the helm of telepathy.
Speaking of
I asked
telepathy,
you. Yeah, last time when you weren't here, I asked you if Marnie or anybody else has been a doppelganger. Because you're the only person that I haven't lost track of.
It's a very good point. Is anybody thinking evil thoughts, Brian?
yes. I'm
Aside
taking
from-
whatever is valuable from
Aside
this
from
shelf.
Crow, who has developed a kleptomania, no, everyone seems to be themselves.
Also, I forgot to identify the pot of magical ink. Could I have done that over the short rest where I tuned to the thing?
Yes,
Last
it is very simply a pot of never-ending ink.
I have a quill of endless ink and a pot of endless ink.
I wonder
only-
if you're gonna have enough.
The only thing that can counter
You can never be too prepared.
the only thing that can counter a pot of endless ink is Patrick Rothfuss.
It's a low blow, Tony.
It's a low blow.
It's a low blow.
All right, that's interesting.
These stairs, up or down?
They are up.
Well, we've already begun there. Although I am curious where they lead. I thought that we had cleared the.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious too because my spatial recognition would say that we are. Hold on, let me look back a second. We're like under that mask room ish.
And Starfallen will confirm that for you, that these stairs lead up to the to a hallway where if you turned south, you would enter one of the tombs of the 9 gods. If you turned right, there's a statue that turns metal to rust.
That secret door we couldn't find.
Secret doors for days.
That's stupid.
Well, Crow was so confident there was one there, but we couldn't find it.
You know what's interesting is we also had that kind of sewer area behind the secret doors. I'm curious if that led to anywhere else.
The flint door, right?
It's probably the lowest floor or the one
That-
one beneath these.
Brian, spatially, would that have been kind of between these floors? Because it didn't go down that far.
So there is there was an underground river that you saw, and you
I remember that.
you cannot you haven't detected the river on this floor at all anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's safe to assume it's above you.
Okay. Interesting.
Weird.
Yeah, that's one place we haven't explored, but I'm not super eager to go into it.
I'm kind of curious to go into it just because
No, I definitely do want to
this
eventually.
that seems to be this kind of like in between areas where there might be more useful things rather than just traps
Could be.
and tombs. Like this area, clearly isn't somewhere where we're supposed to kind of quote unquote find.
I really don't remember the area that you're talking about, but I'm mostly interested in going down the stairs right now.
So in the tomb with the eyes and the
It's like the first area we went to.
Yeah, with the masks everywhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
There
There
was
was
like a
a grate before it that we could have tried to gone down. And then afterward, while we're inside of the tomb, we found a secret door that led down to a river area.
It exploded.
There was also the grate that was in the first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not interested in going this soon. Sorry. It just looks like it's smelly.
No, but we are on a direct path to. I guess we're not really beat up enough to rest still.
That's
No.
Maybe I
correct.
hurt.
We go downstairs again.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody feeling
Well,
all right?
Marnie, yeah, how are you feeling, Marnie? You look kind of hurt.
Actually, wasn't there the scrying pool that we wanted to use in the other
She's
room
fine.
on
She
this
was
floor?
on top of somebody else. who's dead.
She- the blood was not hers.
Yeah.
You're
fine.
covered in blood and visceral, but that's not yeah.
You know, per the usual.
Yep. So Crow brought up a point about the scrying pool.
Oh, that's
And
right.
the
Sunny, you
other
now have
two-
permission to go use the skying pool.
I think that's what we should do.
There's also the other room on this floor that you believe you wanted to go after this.
I did.
Master. I have your itinerary here, and I'm just going to move the things around to fit this schedule.
Excellent. You make a wonderful secretary.
All right, without going too far
Is that
ahead,
like a promotion?
go back to the scrying pool.
You're my personal assistant now.
Fantastic.
Can I be your publicist?
Of course. Who else would I ask?
Okay. So, describe to me the scrying.
Well, I take the. You said it was the skull that fit into the spot.
Yep. Crow
Okay.
is currently attuning to it.
Okay. I asked Crow to. He can keep
Yeah, I do
hold
the
of it
thing.
if he needs to, which I think he does.
Mhm.
He can put it in, and then
It slots into this indentation on the side of the scrying perfectly, and when you put it in, the pool shifts, and you see a scene within. Roll a d12. You see, it looks almost as if you're looking out through something else's eyes. You see the point of view move and change as if you were walking. And you see a room with 4 marble columns that are supporting the ceiling. But this room is very grand. You see twin staircases ascending to an upper gallery. You see a carving. In that upper gallery, you see a carving of a giant maze adorning the wall. Then the vision shifts as you see the head. So you assume whoever it is looking around. They gaze across the floor, and you see that the floor contains an opaque crystal sarcophagus that seems to constantly be changing color.
I see what's inside the sarcophagus.
You cannot. It is too bright.
You're blinded by its.
The colors shift too much for you to be able to make out what's inside. You can see along the walls around the lower level of this room are murals that seem to depict minotaurs.
And okay. So I don't feel like there's any control over what I'm seeing. It kind of shows a random place.
You're looking through the eyes of something.
That is correct.
Might have been that Tomb Guardian that, like, I saw something. I think I was looking through his eyes, and then he popped up.
Well, if you're seeing through the Tomb Guardian's eyes as beneath the surface, you're just looking in. You think you're looking in a reflection, right?
No, so what Marnie saw was much like this sort of movement. But after a few moments, whatever this Tomb Guardian came out of it didn't appear like it was a reflection or anything. It literally, the vision disappeared and this Guardian came out.
Got it. So it's just she didn't have the little thing, so it released the Tomb Guardian
That
on her.
triggered something.
All right. So yes, we that room might be referencing to where the maze holds the key. That's something I could pick up from it.
That makes sense.
But it is good to know that. Okay, a whole bunch of different colors, right? Does that have anything to do with the like shifting colors, reflecting light. That sounds like flail snail, doesn't it?
Oh, scintillating fucking colors. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So
I love flail snails so much.
now we know.
It's good to know. That would
I
be the
wanna be there right
fourth
now.
floor if it has to do with the maze.
I go into the scrying pool.
Nothing happens.
This is bullshit.
Try taking the skull out and putting it back in, seeing if we get a different view.
Do you do that? Crow?
Yes.
It explodes.
You remove the skull, the vision disappears, you place the skull back, roll a d12.
Uh-oh.
You pull out a skull that is not the one that you put in. What the fuck?
Marnie is like readying her mace to hit whatever comes out. She's not her first rodeo again.
At least they're
so-
third now.
So this time you see a room. It's smaller. Within it, you see a wooden cabinet has a numbered dial at the top, and in the dial are two ornate metal spokes. Beneath the dial, you see a pendulum swinging inside an open compartment, and an egg-shaped stone adorns the pendulum's tip.
Maybe we're looking through the eyes of a different one.
And then it turns and begins moving down a hallway.
That was the scariest, and then
And then nothing happened.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like any of the warnings I can tell.
Maybe we did not see all the room. I keep thinking that clocks might have something to do with the 12. It's a very common number in clocks. Also,
good
I
point.
hear I don't really use clocks all that much.
Do we want to just keep on doing this until we see something useful?
I don't know. What are the
no?
chances that we keep?
I want to go hit something. We've been hitting lots of things. I'm addicted.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I liked the pace we were on.
Okay.
Let's
Should we
keep
go check out
going
that other-
downstairs.
Well, there's the one more tomb on this
I
level.
want to.
There's one more room.
Is that?
I know there's a room
And
up there.
north.
I haven't been to it.
Yeah, well, just to see what it is. If it's something that we
I do.
recognize.
All right.
Clear
That
this
is
thing
a
out.
fair suggestion, which I will allow. I will indulge in your fancy. We go.
Why,
You are a
thank you,
noble
Dawnflower.
and
You
generous
are
leader.
as generous as ever.
It's a good thing that the grungs are there to allow me to.
All right, so Crow, you start off into this large open staircase area. You can continue on. In fact, I'll just move everybody.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was just waiting. Oh god, yeah, that was right. There was the big face at the end. It was like, "Rrrr."
Oh, it is. I was leaned back, so like the polarization on my monitor was off, and I leaned up, and it's like, oh, it is a face.
It's weird. I thought that was
That's
where
terrifying.
the fans
Let's
were.
avoid that.
But I guess the fans were on the other level.
Yeah, the one above us.
That's why I was like, another room. That was fan. Don't you remember where you died? Ish.
No. Anyways, I'm gonna put this pole out here. Oh, hello, Monty.
Okay.
You
so
want to hop on my back?
make a
Not
perception
really.
check.
Because I imagine that, I don't know, lightning's gonna come out of that thing, or
You might just have a beautiful singing voice.
maybe
You
gas.
detect no devices or triggers or pressure plates or anything within the hallway.
Well, the hallway seems fine as far as I'm aware. So carry on.
This is the tomb of gingivitis. Open up and say, oh.
So you can move up to the entrance to the room.
We make holes in teeth. We make holes in teeth. Cavity creeps. Oh
Wow.
Man, he's more beautiful the closer we get.
All right. So the floor of this room is cracked and carved with images of terrified people falling. Set
Wow.
into the middle of the floor is a stone bas relief of a bearded devil face. It has been painted green. You hear forlorn cries echoing from the inky black void of its gaping maw.
Ooh.
Tell me, Star or Bunkers, do any of you know about this? Is it just decoration? It seems a little, well, aggressive.
Bonkers is a good boy.
Yes, you're right, Bunkers. I was hoping that the lantern would be more useful, but
yeah,
I pat Bunkers.
She'll say, it seems that the mouth is open to another level, perhaps the one below, perhaps further. The darkness is magic. We did not dispel it.
So this is the last line of the
Bonkers,
hint.
should I try to stick my arm in there?
Bonkers is a bad boy.
I appreciate your voice.
Bonkers has a keen sense for survival.
He does. We would probably be dead without him.
So it
Oh,
says into darkness descend, but there was also that hint, and I'll mention it in front of Starfall and see if she can elaborate, where he said that beware the last riddle. The riddles can help you, but the last line like always leads to your death or something. It's in my notes.
Who
hold
said
on.
that? I mean, that's true of the first one. Key
His
turns on
riddles
that.
may help you, but in the end, his final secret always leads to your doom.
Oh, secret. Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Darkness
ambiguous. It could be the final secret for the fourth warning, which doesn't make sense. It just says the maze holds the key, and we've seen minotaurs. Or it could mean that each like stanza, the last secret is bad. So the keys turn on the inside of only could have been a trap, but it wasn't technically accurate. Into darkness descend, it could be dangerous, but it could also lead us to that tomb.
I think that's really a good idea. I can dispel the darkness.
So which one is the final? Is that warning on?
Second warning.
His riddles may help you, but in the end, or the second stanza.
Do you think
Second
that
The one about the end, where you're asking what it means.
Oh, his riddles may help you, but in the end, his final secret always leads to your doom.
Where is that?
I
Delvin's
wrote it
journal?
down.
Where
I wrote it in my notes.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't
from
it's
a
actually know where
journal.
it
Delvin's
came from.
journal. Devlin's journal.
Devlin's journal. She'll say, I'm not certain. Devlin was very smart. He may have figured something out, but I don't remember.
I personally think that's a really good observation. And I don't see the point of going down, of exploring that, you know? We
Going
have
down here, we could just take the
Yeah,
stairs.
we have a spiral staircase. We have the staircase in the center.
Yeah.
We have options.
Plus,
just
it's really
down
creepy.
into his mouth. Doesn't seem like a good idea. It might lead to a tomb, but we think we
It
know
might
where
be
one
the equivalent
is.
of taking a sword that you find up a demon's butt.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Yeah, I'm good with not. Like, I'm until further information is provided. I think the last line of the stanzas are bad.
Danger.
They might be accurate, but they're still dangerous.
Hmm
That's the whole
The
place.
walls
fair
of
enough.
history tell all,
Well,
and maze holds the key.
that being settled, let's go back down the stairs. Dark
Yep.
stairs. Into
Yes,
the darkness
Overlord.
In
descend.
one
Oh,
direction,
maybe
then the
that's a
other.
trap. This is too complicated.
So which staircase are you going to go down? The big one or the little one?
I'm tempted to go with the spiraling one, but I do want to hear everybody's input on this so that I can decide to overrule all decisions.
You know,
do you like the little one too?
I like the big one because it's there's a point of like open space to fight on. Like, say we go down there and we can approach each section from the center as opposed to approaching it from a corner and having to figure our way out of it.
That is a good point. Plus, if it reaches to the same level, we will eventually get back
I'm amicable.
to
It's actually
wherever
not a
it's
huge
going.
deal. So if you guys are voting that way, that's fine.
Anybody else has a preference?
I'd rather
I
take the
think we should
spiral
use the small
staircase.
staircase because, yeah, I feel like we're behind the scenes. You know.
There's also that weird. It was like purple moss on the staircase.
Just leads to a dressing
Oh,
room.
so
Sarax getting his skull painted.
He's a drag on weekends, okay? He's fabulous.
Brian, can I look for that purple moss again? It was like right here, right?
Yeah, it is pretty much on the next level down.
And what was the deal with it? It had like eyes in it or something.
So as you get closer to the moss, you see that it smells like rotting corpses. Occasionally, it seems to release these little clouds of spores. And every so often, you see little tiny eyeballs emerge and look at you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to take the big staircase because I don't want to be I don't want to be near that at all.
I mean, it's been harmless up to now. Breathe deep with them spores, sister.
Well, I was actually physically touching it at some point,
Oh, were you?
and it leered at me, which is sexual harassment.
But it did nothing.
So we're going down the small staircase, is what we're deciding.
Yep, that's fine.
That is my decision.
And a great decision it is.
Couldn't
Really
be one
made
better.
hastily. And you really provided the illusion that you cared about our input. I really
Of
liked
course
that.
I care. I just know better. There's a difference.
I appreciate you lying, Master.
I do not lie. I do care. Now that the spirit is out of my head, I care about you all a great deal. And you have done wonderfully. Look how well we're doing together now. Nobody has died in, like, days. It's good.
Well, I've never died.
It's been like 10 hours since the last near-death experience.
I'm not great with time, as you can probably tell. I say as I light up my pipe. Well, lead on.
Okay.
Brian,
Do you
I'm
want us-
assuming we're just going to be moved to another level.
You're going to get
Yeah.
moved to another map. I'm setting it up right now.
Cool.
Okay.
Fungus has me curious.
It's very peculiar fungus.
Like, it leered at you, like it didn't like you touching it.
Oh,
Right?
I don't know if it actually leered at me. I just said that. I know
Oh,
the
don't
eyeballs
fucking give
were
me
present.
bad clues, man.
I know the eyeballs were present, and it looked at me, but I don't know if it leered.
We've got all these warnings for a Serac, and you're just like going down with a chisel and just changing shit to fuck people over that come after us.
Tony's
I don't
busy
think
working.
any of the
sexual
warnings had
harassment.
mentioned the moss. I'm sorry, Larry. What would you
Oh, I
say?
haven't even looked at the third stories.
All good. I just said that Tony's busy working up the sexual harassment suit.
Yeah.
We're coming at this from a legal angle. Where's Jacob?
Walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shadow at the font.
Oh,
The
yeah, that's
vulture is the first step. Write the gods. The walls of history tell. I swear, if write the gods is turning something to the right, I'm going to be upset.
Right, adjudicating
It's
them.
just like a statue of the Trickster gods, and all we have to do is rotate it. I'm going to be real angry.
Okay, so you make your way back to the spiral staircase and work down to this first doorway you saw that's about 20 or 25 feet down from the floor you were on. It is a stone doorway, much like all of the ones you have seen.
Marnie, it's your specialty.
All right. Punching. Shoot my map. Sorry.
So yeah, arrange yourselves on the staircase in the order you would be in.
It's counterclockwise going down, or
The door is on the south.
Okay.
So I'll be behind Crow and Marnie. Unless Crow doesn't want to be closer.
I was just trying not to move until everybody was
Okay. Well,
set.
if the front The south is the front.
The south is where the door is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be closer to the back.
You hear
Not great.
a faint creaking sound within, but you can't tell what it is.
Sounds about right. All right, boys and girls, time for a little surprise.
Killed an old man in his office. Let's kill an old man as he reads the morning paper.
Okay.
And
You open the door, not as quickly or quietly as you would like, but it does open. It is not locked.
I don't hit anybody in the face.
No. But within this room, you see one of those large guardians. It has its hand on a lever that you can just barely see. The room is dark.
Does not sound
This
like
makes the stairs disappear, I bet.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. He just pulls the lever, the staircases and slide.
Yeah. You are the weakest link. Bye.
Oh. Well, I guess I will hang back and wait for you to deal with this.
I am literally rolling one time better every time.
I will protect my master.
Yeah, that's the best one I can do.
Whether you roll a 1, still get a better initiative than me. No, wait, hold on. Never mind.
No, you have
I
5. You're
thought I
fine.
had initiative 2 for some reason. Yeah, 5.
Man, Crow, and you didn't even roll your best.
I get to roll twice though, which is nice.
That is.
Tad, you'll go in front of me.
So this room is dark. It's dusty. You see Crow peeking around the door. You can see this large hulking figure. Beyond it, you see a what looks like a window.
I'm gonna try and move
Um,
forward so I can see
And
better.
beyond the window is a well-lit room.
It's a window to your
Can I just get under this lever?
He tries to lower it, but he just keeps bonking you on the head. Dong, dong.
It looks like it goes side to side, but you can get under it.
Oh, it's the right. It's the
Can I
right
get
thing.
on the wall to the side of it?
It looks like it goes up and down, but you can get to the wall to the side.
Right. I just want to stop him if he tries to move the lever.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just wrap your tongue around it. He's not going to want to touch it anymore.
Okay, Marnie, it's your turn.
All right. I have to be raging to do reckless, right?
I don't.
Oh, I don't think I do.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to kill him fast, and I'm not even going to rage this time. I'm just going to recklessly. Yeah, I think it's better if I just recklessly attack. I'll get the 3 hits in then. Okay, reckless attack. 1, 2, and 3.
All 3 hit.
Yeah.
7,
I feel like I should have done that the other time.
35, 56, 67, 69 points.
Oh
of
shoot!
damage.
Don't count the rage damage in there. Sorry.
65 points of damage.
I like to one is the other number.
Okay. Sorry, 63.
It's still pretty darn good.
Yeah. As
I'm
Marnie
happy.
busts into the room and just starts wailing on this creature. Do we want to drop Dracera down to Tad's turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Boop. So it is
Fool.
the creature's turn. It is going to swing out and attack the thing threatening the lever.
God damn it!
1,
Ah,
2. I believe only one of those hits you.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll remove 6 health points.
that is its turn. And Sunny.
All right. Well, I'm very glad he didn't pull any lever of any sort. I'm going to I'm gonna dissonant whispers him.
Okay.
I'm dead. I'm just gonna go in abyssal. Just you will rust to death.
What?
He
Sounds
will.
great.
I just cock one frog brow and Sunny slowly turn my head towards her.
That was. Can you? Have you always? This is interesting.
Is it? Can it go anywhere?
It can only shift to the side.
I can't see well enough to know if it has.
There's
movement.
only one other empty space in this room, so it can do that, which means Crow
Well.
could get an opportunity attack.
Stop.
I asked me one thing. I was hoping for more, but it works. Crow, hit her. Hit him. It.
Give him the Crow
It's
McGraw.
probably a collection of his and hers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
As it runs away from Crow and dies.
Yeah.
Crow slashes it.
All
in the
right,
back.
Jazir, let's. Why are you guys sheathing your weapons?
All according to plan.
Let's move out of the stairwell and pull this lever and see what it does.
That's
all right.
historically terrible advice.
Yes.
Oh wow,
it's
there's really no
not-
room in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just try and get in this little tunnel there to make the
No.
room.
You can't get in the tunnel.
Well, just a moment. So,
Okay.
So in this room you can now see that south wall is a large rectangular window.
Oh.
And it looks out into a hallway. Yep.
We
Looks
found
out into a
viewing room.
Viewing kill
Kind
room.
of.
If we pull the lever and there's gonna be just spikes and death on the hallway.
Well, the view is kind of blocked at the moment.
Corpse
another
of all your
venting party.
friends.
Bye.
It's hard to tell.
It's blocked, so you can't tell. Well, Starfallen, have you ever been in this room? Do you know what this is?
We did not make it this far down before we were taken.
Bunkers, have you been in this room? You seem to have been everywhere.
Bonkers is a bad boy.
Mystery for everyone, then. I'm wary of what might happen if we pull it.
I'm telling you, pull it to the right. It's what we were talking about just a little bit ago.
So Crow,
But-
Crow, this little crawlway is about 3 feet high and about 2 feet wide. So you
He
could
fits. He
Yeah.
sits.
You could squeeze into it. Tad could probably get in, although he would scrape his way down. Nobody else could.
Except maybe
crow
Bunkers.
Oh, Bonkers could definitely go.
Well, I'm just going to take a little look-see at what the other end of this little curve here is.
I think that's not a bad idea. Do try to be careful, though. We will not be able to reach you if something dangerous is there.
Permission to me, Brian.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing? Crow, we'll get to you in a second.
Is there room for me to fit in
figure
with
out-
everybody else?
Yeah, Tad, you can move into the room now.
I'm getting ready to
Snuggle
drink.
with Barney.
Okay. So what
I'm trying to figure out what's blocking this window.
it looks like stone.
Can you
A
mage
slab
hand
of
it?
stone.
Well, I'm thinking pull the lever and maybe the
Not
stone
yet.
moves.
Well,
Not
let's-
yet.
Hold on, is the lever in like a down position as if
It
It's
looks
left
like
and
the
right.
lever has multiple positions.
ooh, interesting.
But
Any markings on them or anything that indicates
Nope.
what they do? Okay.
do remember, we stated that until proven otherwise, the last lines may be deadly, and the last line of the second floor says, "Into the darkness descend." This staircase was darkish.
No, it was lit
No.
with torches.
Oh, okay.
As
Then
I
never
say,
mind.
the
This
torches
is
and the
fine.
other one is literally the darkness spell covering that mouth.
then this is fine. But we should still be careful.
I don't think we should pull the lever until we have explored whatever is on the other side of Crow.
Okay.
That's a
Crow,
good idea.
This little crawlway bends around to the north.
Can I move my token?
Yeah. You can move to the next bend.
Oh, it's just something.
It opens into a small room that is covered in dust. There's a pedestal in the room. On top of the pedestal is a golden skull.
Brian,
You also see a set of stairs leading to a blank wall on the north.
You know I have to do this.
I do.
It was a trap all along.
Oh man, this is a crow trap.
Checking for trap.
Okay, make a perception check.
We're gonna see him teleport sooner than we thought.
You do not see any traps. You see no mechanisms or devices. You see nothing attached to the skull. It seems to have been simply placed on this pedestal.
I'm not going to turn to stone if I touch this, am I?
You can't tell by looking for traps.
The only way to know is to get fucked.
I mean, I can try what I did last time. It fails, like put it in a blanket.
Okay.
Might as well. I don't have anything to lose, I guess.
Except your life? No, you don't have much to lose.
Yeah, but I really want.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take out a blanket and throw it over the skull.
No, my nice shawl.
Then I just kind of scoop it into the backpack.
As you start to, the blanket starts to pull away from you as what it looks like the skull maybe starts floating.
Well,
I hope you like flame skulls.
And you hear a voice say, "Shit, man. Is it dark in here all of a sudden?"
Yeah,
That's
actually,
voice.
that's a blanket there. Wait, So the skull's talking?
Yeah.
And also
It says,
is Larry's familiar?
I've only got one. I've only got one skull voice. Deal with it.
Is this?
It's good.
is this
No, I
Coney
like it.
Island?
smart.
He says, "Is this your confidence blanket you got me in?"
No, actually, that's my slime blanket.
That
It's pretty
explains the
poisonous.
smell.
Yeah. Right then, you're coming with me. Keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay. You try and pull it down and stick it in the in your bag, but you can't. It pulls at you, and the skull says, "Look, just let me out of here. I'll follow you anywhere."
Oh, all right then.
And
All
it kills
right,
you.
good. Oh, geez, you're ugly.
Yes, thank you. That's what my mother told me.
And that was before
Right.
the sex.
So next, we're going to go down this little hallway here, and you're going to, I don't know, be there, right?
So, your
Right.
ma, she was a woman of taste, huh?
Well, I don't know. Grongs
Frog
don't
legs are
have
one of my
traditional
favorite
meals.
meals.
That's rather disturbing.
Okay, and you head back towards your friends. You can all hear Crow talking with someone.
Did you
Well,
get
then
that,
I
Cole?
found another
Oh, Lord.
slave for
We
master.
have brought you a slave.
You know I'm not a big fan of the term. I mean, I accept it, but really, it seems a little...
I think you'll be pleased with this slave in particular.
Oh, no, I don't work for anybody but you.
She is my master, so yes.
Oh, you're one of those. I see.
What is your name, Talking Skull?
It does not reply to you.
What is your name, Talking Skull?
So all you can do is repeat what she says?
Yes, that is among my repertoire.
Were you hit on the head too many times, maybe?
Possibly.
He's not very polite, your new friend.
Well, he's not wrong.
You can call me Yaka.
Yaka.
Yeah,
How did he get there? Seems like a very strange place for a skull, especially one that talks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Probably
ask
doesn't
him.
either.
We could go up to that. We could go up to that face and drop the skull in it, and we could hear if anything happened.
Oh, you know, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Oh, so it can talk to other people. It just decides not
Okay.
to.
Cruella, do you want to ask him if he knows what this switch does? The
Not
lever, I mean?
really. He threatened to eat my legs.
What?
Then maybe we should put him in the darkness
Why
and
are
see
all
what
skulls
happens.
such
It's
dicks?
not very nice. It's not very useful. Might as well solve something.
Well, I couldn't put it in the bag, and he's a slippery little fella.
All right. How many positions does this lever have?
Let me see.
Well,
You sound too pleased. I say we leave the lever and
5.
Go where?
6, I'm sorry.
I think we
6.
can get a good sight of something what's beyond this wall.
I think this lever is not a problem, guys. I think we're within the secret chambers. This is the lever to get us out of it. I wouldn't be so scared of it.
Was it really that sacred?
but Marnie.
Sure,
the
we
last
were
time
behind
that
two
you put
secret
the
walls
lever,
down a
I nearly
staircase.
died.
But Withers didn't seem like surprised to see adventurers stumble into his domain.
He doesn't seem capable of what you would call surprise.
It's true. He
He
probably
didn't have
has
facial
eyes.
muscles really much anymore. How's a ghost look surprised?
I look to my ghost lantern.
Is the lever at the very top?
It goes
I wanna-
left to right.
Yeah, it is all the way to one
Oh.
side.
All the way to one side.
So we either stack everybody in here and pull it and hope for the best, or we split the party and hope for the best.
I vote stacking.
Stack it.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
it's
all-
not a bad point. We did need to break like 2 secret walls. We got to the admin. We got the security cameras. There are factory janitors. This does seem to be staff only location.
I don't agree with that. But let's welcome death together.
Brian, can I real quickly just see if I can pierce the veil of the illusionary stone wall behind the window? I'm thinking really hard. This is not real. This is not real.
Yeah, I start tying a rope to the lever.
I really like that idea, though.
It is stone on the other side of the glass.
All right. You can. I can use the mage hand. You don't need to tie a rope to it. Oh, are you doing
how
so
is
because
Mage
you're
Hand
afraid of?
gonna help us when the floor gives way?
Why don't you just have Monty beat the window
It's
to
gonna
death?
wave
I mean,
to us as we
beat
drop.
That's a
it.
very good point. I hold on to the rope as well.
You can just have Monty destroy the wall behind the window, with a swinging mace.
What
Oh
if
yeah,
it's
to
just
break the
beat
window
things.
first?
That'll take care of all your problems. Sure that your mom taught you that too.
Everyone ready?
All right, that's
All
my
right.
mother too you're talking about.
I move the lever over one.
I tried to explain to him that grown-ups don't have actual mothers. We have caretakers, but he didn't really listen.
You hear a grinding sound, thunk, 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 and then you see whatever was blocking the window starts to move, and then clears the window, and beyond you see a room. This room, it seems to be almost shaped like a cylinder lying on its side. The south end of it seems to taper towards a small door. Within, you can just make out carvings of demons decorating the stonework in the room. But as that sound increases, you notice that that room on the other side of the window is starting to spin.
Ooh.
Like,
Now,
press
is it?
wall carnival rides?
Yes, except rather than where you're pressed up against the walls, you would be pressed up against the ceiling or floor. It is rotating in that direction.
Is it long? Is the length of the cylinder? Is it like longer to the south or perpendicular to us?
About 15 feet.
No, well, I'm saying which way is longer though? If it's cylindrical,
It doesn't have to be longer one way or the other. It can still be. It's a circle.
if it's on its side, then it's
Yeah.
okay.
So
Got
it is about the length is about the same as the diameter.
Okay, then my question is it so is it like if I'm looking at it, is it spinning where it's like the far wall is then coming toward me and then away, or is it like am I
No.
looking down it?
You're looking down the cylinder, down
Okay.
the circle.
Okay, and there's just carvings of demons, but there's nothing else inside of it. Is there
No.
any holes or windows or anything? Is this just like a wash? It's a laundry.
It looks about like a laundry, except at the far end is another door.
Okay, there's another door. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, how great would it be to like take all the adventurers' clothes and stuff that's covered in blood? Alright.
Okay.
Alright, that's one lever being moved.
hmm
Interesting. Should we keep
Oh,
moving the
also,
lever?
There was a staircase at the other ring. Don't know if we want to investigate that or not, but I feel I'm the only one who can fit in this little.
2 feet by 3 feet? We should all be able to fit,
Mm,
right? Squeezing?
You can. It's you're going.
Maybe not
down,
Marnie.
No, even Marty can too, but it's a squeeze. You aren't going to be able to move quickly through it. So if
Sure.
anything were to happen,
Oh, yeah. But again, there's still like 5 more positions on this lever. I want to see what.
one was the initial position. Now you're in the second position. There are 4 positions left.
So 4 more. I want to see which one activates the bubbles.
Mhm.
Is everyone okay with me continuing to move this lever?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
we don't want to go and have a look. That was
I
nothing.
haven't died yet.
And we're here. All right, I moved the lever over once.
Roll a d20.
Oh,
Oh
It's just
dear.
which type of bubbles.
So you, as the room is spinning faster and faster, the little carved demon faces become harder to see, but it looks almost as if their little mouths open and some kind of greenish gas comes out.
I rage quit. No, just kidding.
This window protects us, right?
It does.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I know. Just the more I move this over, the more things are gonna get horrible inside that room. And
Well,
I'm really
I'm
glad we're not in
thinking-
it.
That Guardian was posted up here to watch for us to enter through a different passage and pull this lever
Mhm.
and
And then just spin cycle us to death.
spin cycle.
Yeah, there does seem to be a stark increase in chance of death when the lever goes that way.
Yeah. My curiosity is satisfied. Don't go in this room is what I'm learning.
Okay.
It seems reasonable.
The last setting is where the whole thing stops and the sarcophagus reveals itself. Anyway.
Possibly.
Cool. Sounds good. I move the lever back to its original position.
Roll a d20. As you move it back to the second position, because you have to move it back through that second position to move it back to the original position. As you do, you see these stone spikes, each one maybe 6 inches long, start extend from the walls inward. Then you get the lever back to the original position, the spikes retract, and the room spins slower and slower until it comes to a halt.
I'm so glad we're on this side.
Can we break this lever?
That is a room of death.
That's a good point, can't we?
You could probably jam it with something. If somebody has like pythons or something.
Mm-hmm.
I look to the frogs.
Hand Titans over to.
Well, I know Crow, or I called myself, whatever. I know Ted has some pitons.
Okay. Make a thieves' tools check to disable the device.
Who's making the check?
Who wants to?
I have proficiency in thieves.
Yeah, I'm not proficient. So I will leave
I'm
that
gonna roll
to the
all my
professionals.
proficiencies.
Did you do? Did you?
Did you
read
do?
Right then.
So you feel like you have found that piece of the mechanism that will make the lever move. You put the python in, Tad, and then you break it off within the mechanism. You think that this lever is probably good and stuck.
We've done it.
I
Excellent.
mean, I would have loved to figure out a way to lead someone into here and then trigger everything, but I'm satisfied with just turning off the trap.
I'm just worried that one of these janitors we have encountered would come back and trigger this trap while we are there, which I would not like.
Crap. No even risk reward. Just
So
walking
I
you
can
dead.
scrape through here, and Crow can walk through here. Was there anything up there besides?
It was a staircase.
Okay, but these three can't get through there.
So they can. In combat, they would not be able to move quickly or respond to anything.
Okay. Well,
It's
let's try the
super-
staircase.
So are you moving through the little crawlway?
Yeah. Crow, do you want to go? No, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. We could just both go
You
first.
can all move in.
Poor tiger is just like.
Oh,
Yeah, Drosera squeezes through. She barely makes it, but she's a cat. She can squeeze through tight spaces.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
He's liquid, actually. So.
you have to lay down a
Yes.
blanket and just drag her through it. She doesn't want to move.
Yep.
Cats are liquid.
This is where we found the skull?
The what now? Oh, yeah, the skull. Forgot about him.
She's still there.
He is. He's floating along, offering rude comments every now and then.
I don't like him. Why are we keeping him?
We should put him in the dark
Well-
pit.
So while you were pulling the lever, I tried to catch him. Brian, could I have tried to catch him while they were pulling the lever?
Sure.
What do you want?
You try. Make a dex, just a straight dex check for me.
Let's see. Spatially. No. I was trying to think if like the staircase would lead up to where the darkness
Seems
maybe
too
would have
short.
dropped down, but
So you grab. Are you grabbing him? Or are you trying to catch him within your blanket again?
I just want to grab him because I imagine if he is like magic, I could ride him, even if I'm just dragged a little bit through the air.
So
You feed a rope through his eye sockets.
You grab him, and he, you know, when you grab onto him, he's like, "Okay, yeah, what are you doing here? What do you think you're gonna get out of this?
Nail
Because
kiss.
I'm not getting nothing out of this."
Just be open to new experiences. Just try and shove it in my backpack.
When you do, he slips your grasp and floats up. He says, "Look, there's only one way to get rid of me.
And how is that?
You can feed me
And what do you eat, creature?
gemstones. What do you think I eat?
I don't know. I've never met your kind before.
I was gonna guess flesh.
No, I literally just answered you. Gemstones.
And what happens once we feed you gemstones?
Feed me enough, I'll go away.
What if I want to
Yes.
keep you like a prisoner?
Oh, I'm not your prisoner.
Yeah.
You're his.
Can you leave until
I
you
think
get all the gemstones that you need?
I'm sure somebody will reward me greatly.
Can we
Right.
just spell
So
it?
you're my prisoner until I decide
And
that
then he starts
we
to
have enough
yell,
gemstones.
"Hey there, in here!"
I'm okay with this. I cast silence.
Okay,
Can we
Keep
go
doing
back
it?
to that devil's head and throw him in it?
you cast silence. It is
I don't
quiet.
think we can throw him.
Just start attacking him. Please, God.
I mean, I could hit him.
Make an attack.
I don't. I feel like once you aggro him, he just starts spewing fire.
Do we have
So-
gemstones?
So you hit him, and he spins around a little bit, and then because it's silent, you don't hear anything, but his mouth starts clattering open and closed, and you get the impression he's kind of laughing.
Didn't do any.
It did 0 damage that you can tell.
I
What?
pat Cruella on the shoulder and say something that she can't hear.
I mouth Marnie and point at the crystal mason that I
Oh, that's just cruel.
So Marnie hits
Alright.
with the crystal mace, and again, he just sort of spins around in the air and then
Wait,
starts laughing, and nothing happens.
I will
I
try
post up.
with my primal savagery, which is a magical.
Nothing seems to do any damage to this.
Everyone.
Yeah, I mean the crystal mace has got some magic to it.
Huh.
I place everyone in a corner, basically like we are, and then I serve up the skull like a tennis ball, and I just belt it at Sunny so that she can serve it back to us.
We play volleyball for.
Yeah,
It's a
until
nice
silence
workout.
wears off.
Oh, can we? Well, while it's still silent, can we at least grab him and can I like druid craft some vines to keep his closed so that it shuts up?
You try, but he can slip through your druid crafted vines as well.
What can I
He's
try to roll
invincible.
Arcana to figure out what this thing is that is impervious to damage?
Make
And
an Arcana check.
I like to imagine he's just a literal god that just chose to be a skull.
Of all of Acererak's inventions,
This is the most vicious.
Do we have gems, like, at all?
There's some on your necklace.
Don't you say that.
It's all true though.
So you have no idea what he might be, but he seems a little cocky. Maybe you could ask.
okay,
Once silence breaks.
I'm mouthing things and realizing I can't speak. I take out my endless quill. I don't think the quill writes on stone, but I will dip a finger into the endless ink pot and just write "What are you?" on the wall.
Drop silence.
what are you?
I
He
don't even
drops
do that.
silence and he'll say, "Me, I used to be the jester for the court of Omu.
You would
Yeah, yeah. Then, what's his name came by, slaughtered everybody, cursed me to be a skull, and now I'm cursing you."
Well, that's not very nice considering that we're trying to end it.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
really
think you
surprised
understand
by
how
all this.
curses work.
What are you, like, magically compelled to do this? You
It's
need to
just
break the
how it
curse? Alright, that's fair. You're just doing your thing, trying to live your life.
Do you think this curse could be dispelled?
Oh, can you
know-
remove curse?
Really powerful magic, maybe. Others have tried. Mostly they end up just feeding me gems and dying.
Alright, well, I'll at least try and keep you
Why do
until
you-
we can figure it out, because you seem like you're not having a great time.
Oh wait, we do have gems, you guys. I'm looking at the group. We have 4 gems worth 10 gold pieces each.
And why do
For
you
some
want
reason,
gems?
I think 40 gold is not enough.
Yeah, so
Don't
I'm
tell 'em
talking
how
like
much gold they're worth.
10,000 gold.
Why
Well,
do
you
you-
asked for gems. You asked for gems. I'm giving you gems. And decide to
I'm
that is
talking
really not.
gems, not those little rhinestones you got.
What is?
Yeah, let me just
What would
hold on to
that do
those
for
there, just
you?
in case.
Look, I don't make the rules.
Does he make
Yeah,
the
he's
rules?
just
I
trying
want
to
an
do his
insight
job.
check.
Leave him alone.
I don't like him. I want to feed him to the
Oh, I
dog.
don't like any of you either.
He's like a fast food worker. His
Is
job
he
isn't
trying to
pretty, but
bullshit
he's just
us?
doing his best.
You know, he's got no face, no facial expressions. You really can only go on what he said.
Fine.
But he has
fine.
yet, you think, to lie to you about anything.
Does he have a
He's-
reason to? Like he's
Yeah, I mean, he seems
good
just.
about it.
Yeah.
Can I use the helm of telepathy to see if I can like read any thoughts?
Yeah. The thoughts you get are, get the fuck out of my head, you idiot.
Okay. So it's a creature. Brian, I don't want to waste a 4th level spell slot if I don't have to. But is there any way I can know whether or not polymorph would work on him?
You do not believe so.
Okay.
Do we have banishment? Can we banish him? Run away? Like,
I don't have
I
banishment.
hope that he never
unfortunately.
finds us.
Pick
yeah.
it up.
I really like him out of character.
What? I liked the other skull a lot.
Yeah,
did
I
not
like
this
Mort.
skull.
Mort was
It's basically Mort but angry.
angry. Mort is not nice. I don't like
It's
him.
just he wants to give away our position. I mean, like
Yeah.
I don't like that.
We only
So
did that when I told him
We were
he was
antagonizing him, yeah.
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 Well, he
And
said
giving away
he's.
our
Oh,
position
if we
is
give
kind of my
him
job.
gems, he'll leave us alone, or if we give him gems, he won't yell at us or yell.
He'll leave if you
He'll leave.
give him gems.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Probably
he
a
seems
lie.
content to just follow along and mock you.
Alright.
I guess.
I guess we're stuck with you and you're stuck with us.
This
so we
is-
can get rid of this.
Now
This
you
is
get
perfect.
how curses work.
No, this is the
How you
perfect
made it
counter.
this far? Oh my god.
So, like,
Yeah.
Well, apparently a lot of them have died.
on
I'm
the
not
left.
surprised.
Here's
And yet
here's
still
my
we
question:
stand.
Can we transfer this curse to someone else?
Nope. Well, yeah. Feed me 10,000 gold worth of gems and then somebody else can pick me up.
But
Yeah,
if we
so how
hand it
do
to
we get you
someone
added
else,
a little skull thing then? Oh no, I know you said powerful magic, but do you know anything specific?
Nope.
Yeah, maybe ask the
Okay.
Starfallen. If she has any idea.
We would put you in the lantern with the Starfall. I mean, you guys could have
I
a little
won't
like
fit.
tea
The
parties.
lantern is tiny. I got a
I-
big head.
I would not submit the Starfallen to his unpleasant presence. Do you know
So-
what this is, Starfallen? This curse he's talking about.
I do not, but Acererak is more powerful than any wizards I've ever encountered. He could have chosen to become a god himself and decided not to. That should give you an idea of the level of magic we're speaking of.
This
So-
does not reassure me.
In combat, Sunny's gonna start like narrating her inspiration for Crow, and then he's just gonna do the exact opposite and take it away.
You could take notes for your vicious mockery, though.
Oh damn!
Throwing
It's a good
back,
source of that.
throwing back the shade that the skull gives us. Just reusing it.
Crow, how's this door look?
You don't
Looks like
see
a door. Oh,
It's not a door.
it's just a staircase and then nothing.
It's a staircase that leads up to a blank wall.
Brian, there's a door here.
Why don't you look for it? Why don't you look for it?
Boom!
Hey, it's right here.
Yeah. That's what happens when you antagonize things around here.
Yeah, well,
Do I need
you
to
can-
investigate how to open it?
No.
Okay.
The skull says, well, of course you can find a door when there's stairs leading right to it.
Yeah, that's why I knew there was a door here.
And you pop the door open.
I'm just very confused.
Yeah. So, this hallway,
Oh God, what is
Is that
that?
the fungus?
that's the fungus.
It's Among Us.
So, this is a long hallway going from east to west. To your west, you see some double doors. Directly across the hallway, you see a short hallway that leads to another room. To your east, you see alcoves within the hall. And within them, you can make out, well, within the one alcove you can see from where you are, Crow, you can make out one of those hulking figures with the bucket helm and spiked gauntlets.
Has it noticed us?
And quickly peeking around, you notice that there is a chain extending from it across the hallway. Yes, it notices because this hallway is dark. And you opened a door with people holding torches.
Is that initiative or is this like an environmental thing?
Yeah.
Oh. I was going to try and shoot the mold to see if I could freeze it off.
Is the chain leashing it?
You'll notice I didn't
Brian-
answer.
I
just gonna
I
ask.
did.
Oh, why did I
Or
roll
simplicity.
Sunnies?
Did he give me disadvantage on searching for that door?
That is why did you roll Sunnies?
That
you roll
is
Sunnies?
really weird.
Sorry, I don't know how I did that.
You must have clicked their sheet, their token. Do you still have control of Sunny?
I have control of Sunny's token. Sorry.
okay.
So you cooked me.
Oh,
And then
let me get rid of that.
Yeah, stop looking at his
I mean,
secrets.
to be fair, so he clicked the random number generator first, and it rolled a 20, and that was supposed to be for me. No, it's fine. I'm good with 10. 10 is above average for me.
Like way above average.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't even know what to do if I went first.
I'm telling 100% of the times that Austin has gone first and I have gone second, I have died.
You keep saying that, but you haven't died in the
No,
past.
no,
3
this
times.
is the exact scenario, though.
Yeah, but I'm here. I have tons of healing, tons of spells.
still have
This is
less
a creature we've killed 3 times. You can do this. I believe. I am also your master, and I order you to kill that thing.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you don't have to talk to me like my boss does.
Damn.
I tried to reassure you, but you didn't have any of it.
Here's positive reinforcement, but it didn't work.
I gave
Zero
you the carrot,
positives
but
equal
you didn't
negative.
want it, so I gave you the stick instead.
So I beat you
Thank
with
you.
fucking.
Brian, what is this chain attached to other than the giant man?
Are you coming out? Yeah. So it appears to be attached to a second one.
Oh.
Okay.
I have a plan.
The chain is about 15 feet long and spiked.
I have a great plan.
And they're just in the alcove, right?
Not for long, as they are starting to emerge.
How tall is the ceiling here?
The ceiling,
Getting some flesh golem nunchucks.
it's about 8 feet high.
I mean, that's not super high, but I like being on the ceiling.
Sure, you can be on the ceiling. They will be able to reach you.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I am hoping, like, the mold is in here?
The mold is everywhere.
God damn it.
Especially your lungs.
Mold. I'm just going to try and blast the mold to see if I can destroy it.
Oh, you're my favorite.
Right? What?
The
What?
mold did nothing to you.
It's got eyes!
Yeah,
Plenty of things have highs. They're not all
I have eyes.
So you blast the mold.
I mean, mold's got
And-
pretty high AC, though, right?
Well, you freeze a little section of the mold. Then you see just behind you, out of the corner of your eye, a bunch of those little eyes open, and one of them sticks out on a stalk, looking straight at you.
Oh god, it's beholder moss.
You made it angry now.
It's gonna shoot me with an eye beam?
So that's actually a lair action of the beholder. That's fucking awesome.
I know, that's why I said, oh Jesus!
Yeah, so I would like you to make a DC 16 dex save.
Is this considered a trap?
No.
You pissed it off.
Oh my god. Is that half damage or?
I think you
Seems
take
to be no
none on a
damage.
save.
Oh my god!
Austin, I love playing D&D with you.
I didn't think it was gonna shoot me.
You
Obviously,
shot
find-
it!
It's
you find
weird,
the
all
most
right.
unique ways. The ways I never
And
never
also-
dreamed of.
The last time I was in Brian's game and I encountered mold, I got a wish spell that I never cast.
I remember encountering mold and destroying a mountain and a cult.
A whole volcano, in fact, and everyone inside.
I encountered mold and I had to wash a shower curtain.
Brian tripped and died.
Yes. All right. Until you reminded me of that, you were going to take no damage for this.
I'll take half. That's
It's
fine.
your fault
No,
for
you
tripping
take-
on invisible mold.
You take no damage.
Okay.
I like how we made it
What did-
lethal
we
for
thought
him.
it was like dust of dryness, right? And then it made an ice patch or something.
Yeah.
Turn.
I thought
It
it was
was-
dressed of dryness because we tried
it
to
was
dry
disappearing.
water with it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
it was dramatically different than what the label said it was.
Mhm.
instructions unclear.
So that anything
Dick
else on your
stuck in
turn,
chainsaw.
No, I've done enough.
Crow? Okay. Dracera and Tad.
Does it look like that thing is still shooting disintegration
No,
rays?
once it shot the beam, the little eye retracted and the other eyes around it closed.
I go out passively, like I'm just here to, we're good, you and I. We are good.
So you said you had a plan, Tony. Feel free to use all of Dracera for this.
So my spatial recognition tells me that to the east is the stairwell.
Yes.
So if Dracera dashes and I grapple the chain, can I lead these things to a ledge?
So
The chain is spiked, but I am dumb.
they look very heavy. They are chained together. You believe you could grab the chain, and if you keep moving, you will move at half speed. But once the slack on the chain is out, they are going to start making strength checks.
Okay. I will have Dracera take me to the chain, grab it, and I was right. And yeah, I want to try and do that. I want to try to drag them to the ledge.
Okay, you take 8 points of piercing damage from the chain.
Ow. The chain has spikes on it.
Okay, and you can move half movement now.
Okay,
Towards
so
the
from
ledge.
here I would have, when I hop off, I've got full. So then if I dashed, it would be, we didn't rest since I action surged. So I get 15 feet. From here or where the slack is, or does it matter?
You get to there. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I'll prone. The chain is still,
So the chain
Black.
is taut.
it's taut, but they haven't moved yet.
They have not moved.
Okay. So I'm dashing, so I get another 15. Yeah, I will try to this is dumb. I will try to go off the ledge.
This is the part that's dumb.
They are going to make strength checks to hold their ground.
Do I do an athletics?
Well, let me talk this out with you. If you were planted and pulling them, you would be using your musculature. But as it is, you're using momentum and your weight.
This is superhero physics, Brian.
No,
I have telekinesis.
Yeah.
let me reason, counter reason, if I may.
Okay.
This is essentially an elaborate shove check.
Wait, well, that was it? There's no
Well,
fall. Not like you're bracing your legs against the rail and you're pulling them.
I mean, that is what I'm doing, but
If that's what you're
I don't
gonna do.
actually have to do this with the chain. I could just grapple both of them and drag them with normal grapple rules. This is just a fancier way of doing that.
Okay, then they are each going to make separate ability checks against you.
I wish I had an inspiration to give you right now.
He has himself.
Wait,
Yeah,
Tony,
yeah.
you have inspiration from
Ah!
morning?
But he's not going to use it on
Reroll.
this. Okay.
I'm wasting it on this. Fuck you. What the fuck? This is my
It was
time.
never meant to be. Hang yourself on the spike chain.
I'm just hanging horizontally. Any second now. They're coming.
The rest of you see Crow, you see the chain go taut as one of the Tomb Guardians just sort of staggers, then braces itself a little bit.
That's all I had.
Meanwhile,
Please put the tiger back on solid ground.
Yeah, the tiger stopped there.
Meanwhile, Tad looks down at the newly reconstructed gargoyles that are within this.
God, I hope not.
The tiger claws the thing.
Sure. And it takes just a little of that. As this one will slam into the tiger. 1, 2.
That misses.
Okay.
Wow.
This one
Like the old
Oh
ones.
no.
will slam into the tiger. 1, 2.
That is a crit.
It didn't. Yeah, that is a crit.
Is that like 38? No, it's 40.
Yep.
Well,
So I get down.
As they then turn and look at Crow, seeming to ignore Tad. But that's their turn.
Get in, Dalmani.
All right.
Monty, just
Go it is.
bring us one of these things.
Yeah. I am going to rage, seeing Dracera down, and charge in and try to just beat the living crap out of this one.
Okay.
no, it's undead crap, actually.
If you can get it 10 feet closer to me, I can do this again. We'll have one on the ledge and then one hanging over it and just leave them.
You only need to
Dude,
toss
yeah.
one over the edge before the other one goes
it'll-
with it.
It'll be reckless, going
Okay.
totally reckless.
So that hits. When it hits, you're used to using this mace. You know how much damage you should do, but you see almost a crackle of magical energy travel down the chain, and it feels like perhaps one of them took some of that damage and the other one took the rest.
Magic's chain.
Cool.
I was curious why the chain was there. That's cool.
Again, I multi-kill. That's just all that means to me.
All right, that will hit as well. And again, it seems like when you hit one, they both get hurt, but neither as much as you normally do.
Okay. They didn't move.
Needs to make some con saves. 1. Oh. 2. So technically, you would have had to keep
Yeah.
moving along
Yeah.
with it. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
So I just keep pursuing that one. I think that's all I can do. I'm happy with that.
Sunny.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh no, Dracera's dead.
She's down. She's not dead yet, is she?
No, not quite time for that. Tad, quit screwing around and get back here. And...
Oh, I have an elaborate plan.
Let's just go with a like I wanna turn you invisible and have you wreck face on these things, but you have an elaborate plan, I guess. So I'm just going to take the one closest to me. I'm going to fire off 2 blasts. Not bad, pretty average. And I'm going to healing word Dracera.
So the blasts hit, and again you see this magical energy seem to disperse the damage between them.
All right. Well, Dracera gets 7 points of healing, so that'll help.
Ooh.
Get out of there, Dracera! Flee! And then I'm going to take a step just sideways.
Okay. Dawnflower.
All right. I need to see what is going on. Yeah. Okay, I see. That is hanging. Just hanging out in there. Dracera doesn't look great. Everybody else seems to be doing fine, though. And there are only 2 tomb minions, correct?
That you can see.
Cool. Cool. I'm going to... Sorry, I couldn't quite prepare for this turn because what was going on. I'm just going to... Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call forth the totem of the bear. But before I do, with my action, I'm going to call my python again to help out. Nah, it's... Can it fit? It might be a little snug for the python, is it?
Yeah, it's too big.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna stick with my initial for the totem of the bear. So that I can hit as many people as possible. But Tad, it's important that Tad be included. You seem to be hanging on the ledge there, so I think a bonus of strength will do him good. Everybody gets 8 plus 5 temporary hit points. You can count it yourself. And advantage on strength stuff. And then as an action, I am going to do some damage. It's gonna happen, everybody. I want you to keep on believing. Okay. It's not as great a selection as I would have liked. Yeah, I'm just gonna Thorn Whip. Who can I reach? I'm gonna attack the one that tried to kill my friend Dracera. You know, I'm gonna whip it. Whoosh!
Whip it good.
Unfortunately, where it is in the alcove, you just whip the wall beside it, shattering some of the stone, but do not hit the creature.
I should have known this might have happened. And just to make sure that Dracera doesn't get murdered, I'm going to give her that healing word. But one of my own.
Is getting you out your bear a bonus?
I believe it's a free action.
Okay.
What? That's wow.
I will need to double check that. I will hold on that.
Okay, double check. If it is, then do the.
But you might be right. I could misread.
Okay. But we're going to move on to Crow first.
Shoot.
Can I actually drop down below Dracera?
Below?
Yep.
She's prone.
Initiative?
It's fine. Oh, no, so I mean, like, the initiative.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I
trying
will
to
be
get
your
my-
mount now.
Okay,
She
so
will disengage to Tad.
All right. Okay. Tad, it's your turn.
All right. So I will pull on this chain 2 times.
Okay.
Actual attack. But I'm not trying to pull both of them. I'm just trying to pull this one.
Okay.
In fact, to make it easier, I could actually just run over and do it the old-fashioned way. But I try to pull it towards me twice. Just barely.
You have advantage.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that sexy. And I said, oh, advantage, and then I forgot about it 30 seconds later. I hop over here, and I hit it with the shield.
You are absolutely right, Brian. Sorry
Oh,
about that.
17. Come on, 17.
Just barely hits.
Oh, sorry, that's a shield bash shove.
Oh,
I'm shoving 3 times to try and send it over the ledge.
gotcha. Okay. It will push over the ledge and dangle.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'll step back here and that's my turn.
Okay. Crow?
I realize now that that guardian falling is going to pull this other guardian right into my tiger, and now I'm sad. I'll reinforce a Tomb Guardian.
Okay. That misses.
I'm going to just move over here.
Okay. On their turn, this one will start to move. There. Which drags this one up. And that's as far as it can get for now. This one that is dangling is going to attack Dracera.
It was the other problem that was the problem.
Well, does it dangling? Does it by any chance have disadvantage?
It has been pulled up enough and it is climbing over. I'm willing to make a second attack. So it does not hit either time. But the chain is
Okay.
taut. This one, though, by Crow, is going to swing at her.
I regret moving over here.
1, 2.
Never mind, I'm the master of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Mordenkainen. Oh, Mordenkaiser. Sorry.
Yeah.
Those are different people.
It is Marnie's turn.
Sorry, real quick. Did any of those attacks barely hit you? No,
Nothing
20.
hit anyone.
Oh, because of. Never mind. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. You can cutting words them if you want.
I'm good.
You can cut him with him.
I've just been like suddenly realizing, I have so much inspiration I never use by the time we take a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to use cutting words more often.
Okay. Marnie.
Sorry. I just
I see.
recklessly barraging this thing.
Okay.
Barzaka Barrage.
First two
Sorry.
and then let's see, 11 and 16.
This could be a
27.
problem. You're about to send the other two guardian over the ledge back onto my face. Ah!
Okay.
It's like sandpaper.
All right, Sunny, it's your turn.
So on, they're attached by a chain.
Yes.
One of the guardians is currently hanging over the edge.
Bear, it's not free hanging. It has its feet planted and it is reaching over the railing, smacking at Drosera and Tad.
Okay, I'm going to Dissonant Whispers that one.
Okay.
So funny to me.
Runs down the wall.
Hopefully he'll get a
It's
lot
like
of
you're repelling, he
activities.
just kicks off completely.
Yeah. Run.
Checks out.
When it runs, you see the magic spread through the chain to hit and affect both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Its full movement is 30 feet. This one starts barreling. I want Marnie to make a strength check.
You have advantage.
Oh, right. I do.
Okay. It is going to knock you down. You are prone.
Damn it.
Sorry. But I mean, hopefully I'm not dragging both of them away.
As it runs its full, and now I need
This poor tiger.
I need the tiger and Tad to both make checks, as the chain is unfurling as the bottom one is falling.
That's a strength check, right?
Yep.
All right.
Did Tad and Marnie get attack for opportunities?
Hang on.
I do not have a weapon out right now.
Okay, as both Crow and Tad go with them over the edge.
No.
Wait, what?
Even with the advantages?
It rolled a 24.
Oh, son of a beach.
Hold on.
Wow. Well,
No, I feel like it's just using its reaction. How does it get to be able to knock people down and do
It's
all these
not an
other
attack.
things?
There is a large magical spiked chain between these two that is literally sweeping down the hallway as it is running.
I think that's fair.
I am okay with it.
Did not go.
Drosera might not be. Because this is exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
Minus the tiger.
So you are all going to take...
We're much
Drosera
closer to
has
the
7
ground
health.
now.
She's dead.
Well, we're not on the first floor like the first time this happened.
Correct. You're all going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
No.
Oh, so we only fell 10 feet? How far? I don't know.
About 30 feet.
30 feet.
What if the gargoyles are respawned?
That would be not good.
And you're all prone.
They fell 10 feet, 30 feet? I'm
30
sorry.
feet.
30 feet. Jeez, that's so far.
I saw that going differently in my mind.
No, you
I
and
saw
me
it
both.
going, I don't know, east.
Do we get
With my
attacks of
eyes?
opportunity by chance as this happens?
You know what? I tell you what, the chain is spiked. You would take damage from the chain, as would Marnie. If you want to, you can make your opportunity attacks, but you're going to take damage from the chain. Or you can spend your time avoiding the spikes on the chain as it pulls you over the edge and not make an opportunity attack.
Do you think that somebody who is trying this plan from the start is not reckless enough to swing?
Sure.
What the fuck? All right, well,
Aha!
Okay. Larry, you will hit and take 4 points of damage from the chain, as will Ted.
Minus, well, to 2.
To 2. Mm-hmm. That is
Oh, I have
10, 27.
5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Dawnflower.
Okay, 30 feet here. Let's try to...
Yeah, you cannot see them.
I can't see them. Can I see the? No, this is probably not gonna help me anyway. Choice. Could bonus action and join them down there. Well, action, not bonus action. But then I would only heal Dracera so she can die again, which is not optimal. This is difficult. Why? I hate being last. Why do I have to make up for your decisions? Yeah, I think I'm going to range on this one.
This is a situation that could have happened to anybody.
Negative. Can I see the floor down below from where I'm at? I know that it's
No.
far. Maybe it's too far. Is it?
And dark.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because he doesn't even have his wing stick anymore. Okay. How about this? Can I throw a torch down there so that it lights up, and then
I've still got my Yikawa.
so it still glows even if you're not using.
Yeah, it just has to be unsheathed, and I have to carry it on my back because it's a big stick anyways.
Okay. Well, if there's a little light, I just want there to be light so that what I call will be able to help as I call my flying dinosaurs to go and help out Tad. I'm thinking the rides, the Uber that I call sometimes.
Okay.
They are familiar with the area.
I want you to make a spellcasting ability check.
Sure. Let me just go to thing.
As you conjure a set of velociraptors.
Just 2?
Oh no, 8.
Oh,
Several
8.
of them out in the middle of the air.
No.
And they probably and start to fall.
This is not what I wanted.
They kick their legs like Yoshi does.
Mhm.
Brian has had it with your velociraptors.
This is not what I wanted. Record.
And they all take 7. So they're not dead.
Yay. Go
as
me.
they splat on the ground.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
I
you
think
done
we can
fucked
still
up
make
now,
up for
Mike.
this. I think
I
we
gotta
can
run,
still make
guys.
this up.
I don't
you-
think
You have
that
to
I
go?
should be allowed the tiger in
I have to go. I'm sorry.
We aren't going to be going for much longer. That's okay.
It was good that you were here.
Yeah.
It was so good to be here for pretty much all of it. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
You know what? Since we're at the top of the round, this is a good place to stop, I think.
Okay.
Sounds
We
fair.
will save you, Cody.
A fail
I'm
summoning.
fine. Dracera is.
I brought her
okay.
back up and knock her back
Can I
down.
talk to you in the other room, Tony?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is this about the tiger? I'm so sorry.
What the fuck are you doing?
You keep killing the tiger, man.
You keep giving me control of the tiger.
Stop killing the tiger.
Okay.
All
We
right.
did it.
That was fun, everybody.
That was great.
It was.
Oh man.
We took care of so much business.
You all leveled up.
Yay! Level 5 spells.
So how does that
I
work?
do level 5 spells. I've never had level 5 spells.
So
I can cast greater restoration.
You had him on your druid.
you will level up after this encounter.
Okay.
So feel free to fill out your sheets, but don't change your hit points.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Okay.
Can I change hit points, but not my current hit points?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, wouldn't change your level either because it makes your proficiency
Yeah,
bonus
our
go up.
proficiency's gonna be better.
Okay. So we'll just finish this up quick at the beginning next week and let you guys all level up.
Oh, I get brutal critical dies. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also
You know,
get third level
I
spells.
think I get indomitable.
I've never had that.
which is surprisingly dominable.
I get literally 1/5 level spell. It's
Pretty good.
It'll be a
It's
good
still pretty
Ooh.
good. It is pretty good, but it's a
Greater
little underwhelming.
restoration might be key.
Mask your wound. Mask your wound with my totem of bunnycorn is just gonna give you all the HP.
Emily, do you want to do something with me?
What?
I can take conjure animals and we can summon 16 velociraptors.
I just threw a bunch of velociraptors off of a ledge.
And they're not dead. They're not even dead.
Guys, I have raised dead.
We raise an army of
Kill the
undead.
Bring it back.
Velociraptors, yeah.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys.
It was. Thank you.
Oh, Brian,
That was
so
nice.
if you have time, Mordenkainen,
Feel empowerment.
we were in a room, and you know how the Arcana law, spoilers for
hang on a
Curse of Strahd.
Here,
Okay.
just a second. I'm gonna stop.
It's just Larry who's